Seeing that the two generals were asking questions, the warring states also sighed. I don't know if it's good news or bad news. I just received 2 messages, one of which is that the Golden Lion was killed. What? The Golden Lion is dead? Everyone was shocked. Of course this is good news, said a black-haired man wearing a navy hat. He was tall, wearing a red suit and navy hat, and the color of the cuffs of the general's coat was red. It turned out to be Akakan Sakaski, one of the 3 navy generals. Sakaski, do you know how the Golden Lion died? Warring States asked, and then shook his head. Who killed the Golden Lion? Could it be the 4 emperors? The 3 generals all thought about it for a while, but there is no definite answer. The Warring States then reluctantly said, it's a pirate named Lin Tian. Everyone was silent for a while. Huh? Pirates? It turned out to be a mutual conquest between evil. Aka Inu said afterwards. Even so, it is barely good news. After all, the Golden Lion is still dead. It's terrible. Warring States Marshal, what is going on with this pirate named Lin Tian? Huang Yuan still saw the meaning of the Warring States at a glance. Marshal of the Warring States period. Just say it, I really don't bother to think about it. Cheng Pheasant asked directly with a headache. He was the least lazy to use his brain. Then the Warring States finally said. The news said that the Golden Lion was beheaded by Lin Tian, and this Lin Tian was the one who made a lot of noise the other day. Oh. Could it be that he was the pirate who was lucky to defeat the 3 lieutenants of the branch a few days ago? Sakarski's eyes were cold, and 2 of the 3 lieutenants were his subordinates. It's terrible. Rumors say that he is probably only a teenager, Huang Yuan exclaimed, too. Will it be a fluke to kill? Cheng Pheasant also asked. You can get lucky once, but you can't get lucky 3 times, right? Zhang Guo added afterwards. He defeated 3 lieutenants first, then happened to meet Hakai Mihawk, and the 2 fought a battle. Unknown, after a few days, Golden Lion Shiji died. Seeing that the 3 were silent, Zhang Guo added. You should all know the strength of the 3 lieutenants in your heart, not to mention that Lin Tian was lucky enough to win, but Hakai Mihawk is one of the 7 Wuhei, and even the world's largest swordsman. The 2 have never seen each other before. Judging from the traces of the 2-man battle, it has ruled out the possibility of Mihawk's release. The Warring States finally sighed and said, in other words, even if you can fight Mihawk, even if you are at a disadvantage in the duel, Lin Tian definitely has the strength of Qiwuhai. Marshal of the Warring States period, how can you look at a pirate so highly? Sarkarski was obviously a little unhappy. Sakaski, then you said, if it wasn't for the strength of this young man named Lin Tian, how could the 3 lieutenants be defeated by him? Could there be so many accidents? Cheng Pheasant was obviously I can't understand the face-saving look of the Red Dog. It's okay not to mention the Lieutenant General. When it comes to the Lieutenant General, Sakarski feels angry. Thinking of Lin Tian, he watched the Green Pheasant put aside his cruel words. Kuzan. You don't need to make irresponsible remarks. But, this Lin Tian. I must have killed him myself. Oh, don't quarrel, you two. The marshal doesn't seem to have finished talking. The 2 Huang Yuan didn't want to help, so they shut up quietly with one sentence. The Warring States period also continued with some big heads. Well, indeed, as you have heard, the Golden Lion was killed by Lin Tian. We don't know how it was killed, but in the end everyone saw. I think it's time to set the bounty, and Lin Tian's bounty is set to this number. The Warring States period raised a hand. What do you say? The Warring States period symbolically solicited the opinions of the next 3 generals. The 3 generals thought about it and said, no problem. Then Lin Tian and his party's bounty money was confirmed one after another. At this moment, the strongest ship of Lin Tian and his party was galloping towards the top of Upside Down Mountain. Wow. So fast. Don't be fast. Xiao Ba also pulled the edge of the boat and almost fell. Yeah. You fellow. You can obviously fly up smoothly. Why is it so dangerous? Guina was also beaten. Lin Tian's strongest ship rides on the water at a very fast speed, and Lin Tian urges the fluttering fruit to maximize the strongest ship swiftly to the Upside Down Mountain, just like a suspended train. Nuoqigao said to be a roller coaster. Let's cooperate. The seeming danger in front of him is not dangerous. The seawater of the Upside Down Mountain flows backwards. The seawater from the south, east, northwest, northwestern and southwestern countries will flow towards the Great Channel after entering the top of the upside-down mountain. The reason why it does not enter the Great Channel directly from the East China Sea is that the Great Channel is surrounded by windless belts. Unless he can fly like Lin Tian, it is impossible to directly enter the Great Channel. In other words, Lin Tian already has the ability to flutter fruit, and can directly control the ship to fly over the upside-down mountain to the end of the Great Channel. However, just when Lin Tianong was thinking about opportunism, the system sent a warning. If the host wants to fly directly to the end of the Great Channel, then he can stay here forever. So scared Lin Tian gave up this idea in an instant. Boss, why is your complexion so bad? Xiao Ba asked untimely. Why? Lin Tian shook his head quickly, or honestly complete the main task first. Lin Tian had no choice but to say. In a short while, Lin Tian and his party in the strongest ship reached the top of the mountain. Next, the roller coaster is about to start. Ah, slow down. Wow, so exciting, help. The uphill is so fast, let alone the downhill. The strongest ship was like a rocket under Lin Tian's control, rushing down the upside-down mountain at extreme speed. Rub. It was the sound of breaking through the air. If it weren't for the hull of the ship, it would have collapsed long ago. Finally, the speed of Lin Tian and his party stabilized, and everyone opened their eyes one after another. That is, what is that? This, it looks like a wall. It turned out that Lin Tian and his party had already entered the Great Channel. It seems that this is Twin Capes. Lin Tian finally responded to everyone. Lin Tian, you fellow. The speed is so fast. Everyone is going to be scared to death. Guina said as if after the disaster. It's really exciting. Nuoqigao is still unsatisfied. Looking at Xiao Ba again, he has fainted. This is a bit big for fun. Lin Tian touched his head, embarrassedly controlling the ship and carefully approaching the lighthouse at Twin Cape. At this time, the wall actually moved. Oh my! What a big wall! Xiao Ba was terrified. No one thought that after reaching the Great Channel, he would hit a wall head-on. Lin Tian shook his head and said, "Look carefully, it's not a wall, it's a whale." Everyone then settled down and looked at it carefully for a long time. Oh my god! Such a big whale! You have all caught up with the Shanghai Kings, Guina said in surprise. This kind of whale is called an island whale, and it is very rare. Lin Tian introduced. Then let's not bother him, Nuoqigao said consolently. Of course. Xiao Ba quickly agreed. Naturally, a group of people will not have trouble with this whale. But when everyone wanted to leave, unexpectedly this whale would suddenly open its mouth and swallow everyone in. Even Lin Tian didn't react for a while. The body of this whale is very big, and there is something special in its belly. No one would think that it was the belly of a whale. What are we? Guina looked around and asked suspiciously. Yes, we are in the body of a whale. Lin Tian still smiled calmly. What? Inside the whale's body? Nuoqigao also screamed. He naturally knew that they were not in any danger for the time being, but the seawater under the ship was beginning to corrode the wooden planks on the bottom of the ship. The seawater beneath this ship. Could it be the stomach acid of the whale? Xiao Ba reacted. That's it. Then let the ship float. After saying that, Lin Tian controlled the fruit ability and let the strongest ship float. However, not far away at this time, a middle-aged uncle with flower-like hair was looking at the newspaper in the sun, and he was surprised to see Lin Tian's strongest account. The ability to make a boat float. Isn't this the ability of a golden lion? The middle-aged man looked at Lin Tian and said to himself. When Lin Tian saw this man, he naturally asked directly, "Are you Kuroka's?" Huh. Do you know me? He looked at Lin Tian and his party. Kuroka's then asked, "You three teenagers also have a murloc. How did you get here? Is it possible that you are lost?" Kuroka's asked suspiciously. Who would deliberately get lost in this? Guina murmured. Lin Tian also knew the true identity of the person in front of him, so he directly broke the road. Kulokas, the ship doctor of the former pirate king Gore D. Roger. Not long ago, I had a battle with Hakai Mihawk. This is the scar left by him. Lin Tian said that he scarred himself. When it came out, Kurokas could see the depth of this swordsmanship at a glance. Huh. What? You said you had a battle with Mihawk. Look at this horrible sword wound. It doesn't seem to be fake. Is the strength to fight him? Unexpectedly that you look so young but so strong. Kuroka's also looked at Lin Tian in amazement and praised him. Oh? What's the matter with you? Kuroka's asked. Could it be that I should avenge this sword? Lin Tian shook his head and smiled. It wasn't you who cut me off. I'm fine. I just want to discuss with you. I am a ship doctor and not a combatant. How can I have that idle time? By the way, how did you get in? Could it be that this guy swallowed it by mistake? Oh, yes, Rab is this whale. Kuroka's added, but Lin Tian felt that the entire space began to vibrate before he could answer. It's getting started. Kuroka's looked around and said deeply. Lin Tian naturally knew that the whale was starting to hit the Red Earth continent again. Hurry up and drive the boat over and come with me. Kuroka's led Lin Tian and his party to escape from Abu's body. Kuroka's calmed down the whale himself with a tranquilizer. Lin Tiandao. He hit the Red Earth continent so violently, even if you have been in it for medical treatment, it can't solve the fundamental problem. Old man, it looks so pitiful. Oh, Rab has been waiting for her partner for more than 40 years. His partners have fled the Great Channel, but after saying that, it does not accept this fact, so it will hit the Red Earth continent with its head every once in a while. I treated it in his body, but it was a temporary cure, not a permanent cure. Kuroka's also said nothing, but at this moment Lin Tian heard the prompt of the system task again. Hello host. New mission has been released. Task type, branch. Task level. D-level task content. Help the whale Rab stop hitting the Red Earth continent. Task reward. D-level turntable draw once. Hearing this, Lin Tian already had a plan in his heart. Old man Kuroka's. Leave it to me next. After all, Lin Tian flew to the front of whale Abu for a month. Abu whale was given a tranquilizer and now he is much calmer. Iron. Lin Tian's body instantly became a lot harder. Armed color. Lin Tian's hands were already covered with armed color. And whale Abu was also curious about what this man wanted to do. I saw Lin Tian hit the Red Earth continent with a single punch. The Red Earth continent is so strong that even if Lin Tian has a full-level Navy 6 style and a full-level armed color domineering, it is impossible to blow a punch. Mainland China. But Lin Tian did just that. Abu next to him was also dumbfounded. Abu is an island whale that has the ability to communicate with humans. It originally came from the West Sea. However, due to the danger of the Great Waterway, the human partners gave Abu to Kuroka's and promised to return to Abu after 3 years. But decades later, Abu still hadn't waited for his partner. Kuroka's told Abu the truth, but Abu still couldn't accept this fact, and rushed into the Red Earth continent angrily, trying to find his partner. But now it sees another human being using an extremely powerful body to shake the Red Earth continent as hard as itself. What's going on? If Abu was a human, he would definitely think so in his heart. Lin Tian attacked the Red Earth continent. Although the momentum was great and deafening, the Red Earth continent was not destroyed because of Lin Tian. See it. Abu. Lin Tian finally stopped, and Abu stared at Lin Tian dumbfounded, finally wanting to hear what the person in front of him wanted to say. I'm stronger than you. But even like me, you can't beat this mountain after 100 years. What's more, it's you. Lin Tian said loudly. And Abu apparently started howling again. Seems to understand Lin Tian's words. Abu unexpectedly planned to use his body to crash into the Red Earth continent. You guy. Don't understand. Stop. Lin Tian is not Kuroka's. At this time, he wanted to prevent Abu from hitting the Red Earth continent. Naturally, he had his own way. Lin Tian resorted to a flashy foot. Of course, Lin Tian didn't want to hurt Abu, but Lin Tian kicked Abu with a single kick. I said. You can't beat me at all. You can never crash the Red Earth continent. Think about it. Does your companion hope that when they see you, you have been killed here? Lin Tian's words awakened the dreamer. Oh no, it's waking up the whale in the dream. At this time, Abu obviously understood Lin Tian's meaning. If you keep hitting the Red Earth continent, not only, but if you can't destroy the Red Earth continent, you will still be injured. Then if those partners come back one day, wouldn't you not be able to see yourself? After understanding this problem, Abu finally calmed down. Kuroka's nodded slightly when he saw this. This young man has a keen observation and a clever brain. Kuroka's also praised Lin Tian secretly. Unexpectedly, this kid has just entered the Great Channel and can still possess such a powerful and domineering armed look. And so powerful. 6 styles of the Navy. It really is a hero out of a boy. Kuroka's thought to himself. Roger. Is this boy the one you have been waiting for? Solving Abu's problem. Lin Tian also completed the task as expected. The reminder of the completion of the system task has also arrived. Congratulations to the host. You have completed the D-level side mission to prevent Abu the whale from hitting the Red Earth continent. Completed the S-level. Increase the explosion rate of your treasured items. You have a D-level lottery draw once. May I ask whether it is a draw? The system asked in Lin Tian's mind, and Lin Tian naturally chose the lottery directly. Raffle. The raffle turntable began to spin non-stop, and finally the turntable stopped slowly. The pointer points to a line of small print. The words read, Devil Fruit Awakening Collection System. Congratulations to the host. You have received a special reward. The Devil Fruit Awakening Collection System has been activated. System. Explain. I have never drawn such a reward before. Lin Tian asked puzzledly. It was the first time he had drawn a special reward, and he wanted to know how special the special reward was. This Devil Fruit Awakening Collection System is a subsystem of this system. Its function is that the host who defeats the Devil Fruit ability will have the opportunity to collect awakening points. If the awakening point reaches a certain level, you can awaken your own demon fruit. Devil Fruit Tree, so you can have 3 devil fruits at the same time. With the Devil Fruit Awakening System, you can awaken the power of 3 devil fruits at the same time. If used properly, you can definitely get super powerful abilities you can't imagine. That's it. Oh my god. I didn't expect that I could get a subsystem after completing a D-level mission. Lin Tian obviously recognized his character. Every time he draws a lottery, he can draw unexpected prizes. If there are other traversers, they will definitely be jealous and hate till death. After completing the lottery, Lin Tian immediately received a reminder of the new task. Hello host. New task detected. Task type, main line. Task level. B-level task content. Make Nicole Robin join the host's pirate group. Task reward. B-level lucky draw once. Task description. Nicole Robin is the only person in the world who can read the text of history. In order for the host to complete the follow-up tasks, Nicole Robin must be willing to become a partner, because this main task is extremely important and special. The host must complete the task. After the system released the task for Lin Tian, by the way, it explained the new main task in detail. The humanized explanation of the system immediately made Lin Tian unquestionable. Nicole Robin, based on the current time, it is estimated that she should have just joined the Baroque Job Club and be the vice president. She must be in Alabaston. Lin Tian has secretly made a decision. Lin Tian, you're so amazing. Let Abu calm down. Guina said happily when he looked at the comrade. Boss. It's the most powerful. Xiao Ba also said with a smile, completely without the panic just now. Big brother, since the whale has been quiet, we should have reached the Great Channel, and we should set off next. Nuoqigao looked at the surrounding weather and also urged. Before Lin Tian spoke, Kuroka said, Thank you, young man, I will give you this thing next. What Kuroka's took out was naturally a pointer to the whiskey peak. Great. With it, we won't get lost. Nuoqigao naturally knew the object in front of him. Thank you old man. Lin Tian also thanked Kuroka's. Don't thank me. I guess I should thank you for Abu's affairs. Kuroka said goodbye to Lin Tian and his party. Lin Tian and his party also drove to the whiskey peak pointed by the pointer on their strongest number. Although it has just entered the first half of the Great Waterway, the terrible aspects of the Great Waterway are quickly revealed. Lin Tian and his party were driving in the sea normally, but suddenly the weather changed. There was heavy rain. After a while, it began to hail, then it began to thunder and lightning, and then it began to snow again. Not only the temperature is changing strangely, but even the ocean current is constantly changing. If there was no Nuoqigao who had used the top navigation skill card, even if there were pointers, Lin Tian and his party would have lost their way a long time ago. At this time, Nuoqigao kept directing everyone. Guina and Zauba both put down their swords and their own kitchen knives, and they also joined the big family of escorting ships. However, Lin Tian sometimes sailed and took the helm, too busy. Lin Tian also anxiously awaited Nuoqigao's instructions. At this time passed very slowly, and everyone was suffering. There are countless pirates who lost their lives on the Great Waterway due to changes in the weather. However, Lin Tian and his party survived after all. In the face of this kind of nature, even Lin Tian's strength against the sky hardly played any role. It's so thrilling, Xiao Ba said with lingering fear. However, the sky was clear at this time, and the islands not far away were clearly visible. It seems that we have finally reached the first island, Nojiko said excitedly. Lin Tian finally let go of his tight nerves and heaved a sigh of relief. And the strongest ship that Lin Tian and his party drove slowly entered the river channel in the island, and there was a burst of cheering around. Ha! Welcome! Welcome to Cactus Island. Long live the pirate. Is this the Whiskey Peak? Guina looked at the scene in front of her and felt a little weird. And Lin Tian didn't open it up, but smiled and said, since they welcome us so much, so why are we embarrassed? Xiao Beishan really said, yeah, since the boss said so, let's not confess. People here seem to like pirates. Nuoqigao also said in a puzzled way. But where is the place to welcome pirates? Don't you think it's weird? Haha, it's okay. There is a boss. What are we afraid of? Xiao Ba looked at Lin Tian and thought of his captain's amazing strength, and there was nothing to be afraid of. The recording pointer wants to record the magnetic force of this island. It seems that we must stay for a while. Nuoqigao looked at the recording pointer and said to Lin Tian. In that case, then let's go down. After all, Lin Tian and his party stopped the boat. Went on. I am the mayor of this cactus town, Ikarim, pick up. Well, next to welcome you, we decided to have a banquet. A middle-aged white man with curly hair said in a friendly tone, he said half-heartedly, and then he sang bel canto. Seeing the scene in front of him, Lin Tian naturally knew it well. Lin Tian and his party were treated as VIPs as soon as they got off the ship. But only Lin Tian saw countless tombstones on the cactus in the distance. The hospitable townspeople gave Nuoqigao all kinds of beautiful clothes, and Nuoqigao has never seen so many clothes, changing and wearing them constantly. Wow! So happy! I have never worn so many beautiful clothes, Nuoqigao said excitedly. After changing clothes and eating a lot of desserts, Nuoqigao became sleepy and fell asleep directly. Guina and Lin Tian were crazy about being constantly drinking wine by the people around them. Handsome guy. Have another drink. Beauty. You too. You too. All the beauties around are advising Lin Tian to drink, but Lin Tian still knows well and doesn't guess. I did it. You were free. Lin Tian drank it boldly. Guina was a boy, and she just drank everyone on the table. One of the nuns persisted to the end. She and Guina continued to stand in a stalemate, but Guina's amount also came to an end, and Guina fell asleep and fell asleep. And Lin Tian also fell drunk too much. Octopus Zauba has always been a cook on board, and only cooks for others by himself. How can there be such a carefree self-eating time like today? He also ate frantically, until he was full of wine and food. Xiao Ba also fell down. After everyone fell, Ikarim revealed his purpose. Took them well. Move out all the money they have on board. Be careful. Don't kill them. The reward for killing them will be much less. Ikarim arranged that the townspeople also revealed their true identities. It turns out that all the islands are bounty hunters. The surface of the island welcomes pirates, but in fact they are robbing houses and then taking the pirates alive to the navy to offer a reward. Ikarim was given the title of Mr. 8 by the Baroque Work Society, and the nun beside him also revealed her true identity. It turns out that the true identity of the nun is Miss Monday. The task of the two of them here is to wait for the careless pirates to break in. That girl with blue hair is so good to drink, Miss complained on Monday. If I didn't just put something in her wine, I'm afraid it's me who fell down now. Miss. I asked you on Monday. Well, I asked you to find their reward. Have you found it? Ikarim asked. They are not in the past rewards, but the recent Navy rewards are all here. Look for it. Miss. Directly gave all the rewards to Ikarim on Monday. Ikarim then checked them one by one. Isn't this the little blue-haired girl? Conductor, Nuoqigao. She has a reward of 10 million Baileys. This octopus man, a fellow named Xiao, has the reward reached 15 million? Look. We can make a good fortune this time. Miss saw Guina on Monday and said, this amazingly drunk, female swordsman, Guina. The reward is as high as 50 million Baileys, are you mistaken? 50 million Baileys. Ikarim didn't believe it, but he was a little shocked when he saw 50 million Baileys. Is the person we caught this time so strong? Ikarim couldn't believe it. Where is the gray-haired boy? Ikarim asked. He seems to be the captain, and the bounty won't be low, right? Or did the Navy make a mistake? I haven't found it now, miss. Did not find Lin Tian's reward after searching for a long time on Monday. This is the last one. Miss. Monday, pointing to the last one and offering a reward. But when I saw this reward, both Miss Monday and Ikarim were shocked. Is something wrong? Am I wrong? Ikarim asked in disbelief. We can't read it wrong at the same time. This person is exactly the same as that gray-haired boy. He is Lin Tian, who is called the God of Death. It's definitely him. Bounty. The bounty is 300 million. The two were shocked and more incredulous. How is it possible? The Navy must have made a mistake. He doesn't look like a kid who can eat and drink. Where is their 300 million Cs? Look like a thief. You must be mistaken. Although I have never seen a pirate offering a reward of 300 million, it is definitely not the kid, Ikarim said. At that time, Crocodile's bounty was only 80 million, right? Ikarim was thinking about it and was pulled back to reality by a voice. Uncle. Is the reward in your hand me? Is it 300 million? Some less? Looking up, it turned out that it was Lin Tian who was standing under the moon and said bitterly. He didn't expect that his brilliant record could offer a reward of only 300 million. What Lin Tian didn't know was that there were only a handful of pirates who had initially offered a reward of 300 million, and it is definitely the recognition of the forces to get such a high reward just a few days after entering the Great Waterway. The reward offered by the Navy to Lin Tian is not high, and of course it is not low at present. Didn't you drink too much? Ikarim and Miss looked at Lin Tiandao in shock on Monday. Then the bounty hunter who took care of Lin Tian ran out in a hurry. Not good. That gray-haired boy seems to have run away. Ikarim, upon hearing the words, said, I already know it. Hey, I don't know why, I won't get drunk no matter how I drink it. Seeing you are impatient, I deliberately pretended to drink too much. Lin Tian's physique has long been extremely strong, and coupled with the fact that he has known that these people are not good for him, if he can still be stunned by others, it would be too funny. It turns out that you are pretending to be drunk. But you can't escape. After all, the surrounding, hospitable townspeople took up their weapons and knives. Some have swords, some have guns and artillery. Grab him. Ikarim gave an order, and countless bounty hunters attacked Lin Tian. Lin Tian also smiled when he saw this. When I see that I am not stunned, do I just do it? Take advantage of the large number of people? Surah slash. Lin Tian didn't even pull out the knife. When dealing with these people in front of him, Lin Tian didn't bother to use the knife. With the scabbard directly, countless sword auras were shot out. Those sword auras actually cut down everyone one after another. Oh my god. How do you fight this? Too strong. Everyone was desperate at the moment they fell. Some of them were knocked down by Lin Tian before they even made a move, and some picked up a knife and smashed Lin Tian. The result was that his knife was rolled, but Lin Tian was fine. The person who fired the gun was the worst. He shot Lin Tian, and the bullet not only did not fall on Lin Tian, but instead bounced back to himself, and he fell directly after being shot. This man. Is it a monster? It's not a battle of magnitude at all. Ikarim and Miss were also preparing to join forces directly to attack Lin Tian on Monday. Ikarim and Miss were ready to join forces to attack Lin Tian on Monday. I saw Lin Tian shook his head slightly and smiled. You two are simply too weak, I don't want to do anything with you. But the two still insisted on attacking Lin Tian. Ikarim shouted, saxophone. The saxophone in his hand fired a shotgun towards Lin Tian. On Monday, Miss was also ready to slam his fingers towards Lin Tian. I saw that Lin Tian stubbornly withstood these attacks without even hiding. Just when the two thought their attack worked, Lin Tian just moved his finger lightly and bounced Miss into the air on Monday. Then Lin Tian appeared beside Ikarim with a shave, and also popped his index finger out, popping Ikarim directly a few meters away. Falling to the ground cannot afford. Cough cough cough. I didn't expect you to be so strong. You defeated me with one finger. Miss fainted immediately on Monday. Seeing this, Ikarim also anxiously thought. I can't fall down so easily. I still have a mission I must complete. Lin Tian naturally understood the truth behind this and did not make a big deal. But at this moment, a beautiful little girl didn't know where to run out and helped Ikarim and said, Ikarim, are you okay? The girl is only about 10 years old, and her long light blue hair and big eyes are her biggest bright spots. You. How did you come out? Hurry up. Ikarim was also shocked when he saw this. He couldn't think that Princess Vivi had run out. Yes, the girl with light blue hair in front of me is Princess Vivi, the Princess of Alabaston. Huh? Are you Princess Vivi of Alabaston? Why are you here? Lin Tian couldn't figure it out. The plot timeline in the original book didn't seem to be like this. The pirate robbery incident caused by Clockdale should be 2 or 3 years ago in the original work, but now, Princess Vivi appeared here a few years in advance, which is obviously a little different from the original work. You. How did you guys know Wei Wei? Ikarim believes that he and Vivi hide their identities very well. How could this person tell the truth? But just when Ikarim wanted to say something, a voice came again. Do you think you are hiding well? Mr. 8. Ikarim went along and saw a man and a woman with dark eyes. You are Mr. 5 and Miss Valentine's Day. Ikarim hurriedly pointed at Lin Tian and said, he is our goal this time. But Mr. 5 and Miss Valentine's Day did not move and said, Mr. 8, don't pretend. The task entrusted to us is to find the truth, and now the truth is found. After saying that, Ikarim was shocked and directly used his saxophone to attack Miss Valentine's Day. Miss Valentine directly avoided his attack, and jumped up and said indifferently, I am a light-hearted person with fruit ability, and I can control my weight at will. And Mr. 5 easily avoided Ikarim's attack and said, Mr. 8 did not expect you to betray the company. Then you go to die. After saying that, Mr. 5 dug out his nose and bombed Ika. Lime. Ikarim. Xiao Wei Wei hurriedly hugged Ikarim, seeing that her nose was about to fall on the two of them. You people. How do you think I don't exist? Lin Tian instantly angered his sense of existence, and kicked both Ikarim away. Lin Tian didn't hurt the two of them, but saved them. And the location where Ikarim was just now, turned out to be an explosion because of a nose. Boom. The ground at that location was also cracked. Mr. 5 flaunted. I am a person with the ability to explode fruits. A burst of smoke dissipated, and the duo found that the two of Ikarim were unharmed, but fell to the ground, and their attention shifted to Lin Tian. Who are you? Mr. 5 asked. I am Lin Tian. Lin Tian replied. I don't know, it's just an unknown person. Miss Valentine's Day replied. Obviously the duo didn't pay attention to Lin Tian. Ikarim looked at Lin Tiandao eagerly. This little brother. Can you save us? She is the Princess of Alabaston, Princess Vivi, and only you can save us now. Unexpectedly, Ikarim, who had just fought hard just now, seemed to be a different person. Help? Of course help. Right now these people are capable of devil fruit. First rise to a wave. Anyway, the main task is also Nicole Robin, and confronting them should become inevitable. Lin Tian thought about it. Ikarim also said anxiously when he saw Lin Tian thinking. As much money as you want. Save us first? Lin Tian was speechless when he heard that. Your kingdom is almost out of water to eat, where can I have money? But Lin Tian still reluctantly said, okay. Then Lin Tian looked at the Baroque duo. Haha. Are you going to be our enemy? Although I don't know you, I still need to remind you, we are a Baroque work agency. I am Mr. 5. I am Miss Valentine's Day. Lin Tian said speechlessly, what's so great about that? If you want to fight, just hit it. Looking for death, the two attacked Lin Tian directly. Miss Valentine jumped to the top of Lin Tian, making her body suddenly heavier, and then she pressed it down. Mr. 5 picked up a disgusting nose and bounced at Lin Tian. Hurry up and end the battle, it's disgusting. Lin Tian was nauseous. Because the moves were too disgusting, Lin Tian directly chose the moonstep and avoided it. What is speechless is that Miss Valentine fell directly to the ground. Although he could control his weight, he fell so high that he fainted. On the other hand, Mr. 5 is an endless stream of disgusting means, his breath and booger detonated the vicinity one after another. It's disgusting. Let's end it. Lin Tian didn't even draw the sword, and directly spurred the ability of the fluttering fruit to smash down the wall he had touched, and immediately stunned Mr. 5. Lin Tian didn't care about the life and death of these people at all, so he didn't hurt the killer. Because of defeating them, Lin Tian's goal was achieved. Congratulations to the host. Defeat the 2 demon fruit abilities. Get 2 demon fruit awakening points. The first awakening requires 5 awakening points. The voice of the system reached Lin Tian's mind. Ikarim was shocked and speechless. Uncle? What's wrong with you? Lin Tian also called out, looking at Ikarim, who was dumbfounded. Ikarim shook his head and said, I'm sorry. You are so strong, I was stunned for a while. Lin Tian reminded. It's okay. Normal. Ikarim looked at Vivi and suddenly reminded. What happened just now must have been seen by those 2 guys. It seems that you are also on the Baroque must-kill list. I'm sorry to drag you down. It's okay. Didn't you say that I want to save you? What else do I need to do next? Lin Tian asked. Escort Princess Vivi to Alabaston, please, Ikarim said. Ikarim begged Lin Tian, and Lin Tian agreed. Ikarim, in order to buy time for Lin Tian and his party, try to attract high-level agents who might be chasing Princess Vivi and Lin Tian, so he chose another route and set off. Lin Tian had enough to record the magnetic force of the pointer and did not waste time. He carried the drunk Guina to the boat, awakened Nuoqigao and Zhaoba, and took Princess Vivi with him. Lin Tian and his party left the Whiskey Peak. Following the direction indicated by the record pointer, Lin Tian and his team finally reached the island known as the Small Garden. Before landing on the island, Lin Tian and his party heard the horrible howling, which scared Princess Xiao Weiwei and Nuoji into fear. This is where they are the youngest. Don't be afraid, Guina comforted. Sister Guina, the little garden is called the Ancient Island. It is still in the dinosaur period. There are all kinds of beasts from different eras, and all kinds of mosquitoes with viruses, otherwise, can't go down. Nuoqigao suggested. Princess Xiao Weiwei is also scared and can't say anything. I agree. It's too scary here. Why don't we split up? Xiao Weiwei is the youngest, but what she said is straightforward. Oh? Where are Xiao Ba and Ji Yuyina? Lin Tian asked the 2. In that case, I will protect them here. Guina also did her part. Here, only her strength, Lin Tian, can rest assured. If the soldiers are divided into 2 groups, it is best for Guina to stay. Then I will be with the boss. The boat is too boring, and I can go and see what better ingredients. After Xiao Ba was used the top cooking card, he also developed a keen interest in cooking. I heard there are prehistoric creatures here, which are also tickling. Okay. Lin Tian took over the magnetic pointer and disembarked with Xiao Ba to explore. And Guyana and her group stayed quietly on the boat, quietly waiting for Zhaoba and Lin Tian to return. As soon as Lin Tian and Xiao Ba walked not far away, they heard a rumbling sound not far away, followed by the violent earthquake of the earth. Lin Tian floated directly because of the floating fruits, and he saw a volcano erupting in the distance, and various flying creatures were frightened to fly to safety. When Lin Tian fell, Xiao Ba asked, Boss, what's wrong? The volcano has erupted. I'm afraid those 2 guys are going to a duel again. And Lin Tian was talking about 2 giants from Elbaf, the green ghost Dongli and the red ghost Broki. Boss, who are those 2 guys? Xiao Ba asked. You'll know right away. Lin Tian just finished speaking. The earth began to vibrate like an earthquake. Let's go. Let's follow. Lin Tian was silent for a moment, and then went to look for the 2 giants with Xiao Ba. The reason why Lin Tian was silent was because the system had sent a new task in his mind. Hello host. New mission is open. Mission type, side mission, mission level, sea level, mission content rescues 2 giants fighting in the little garden, and ends their 100-year battle, mission reward, top medical skill card 1. After hearing the news of the mission announcement, Lin Tian became anxious. This seems to be a task, but it takes 2 small tasks to complete it. Lin Tian understands that to quell the war between giants, but why save the giants? It can only be said that the giant will soon be in crisis. Thinking of the 2 heroic giants in the original work being shamed by Baroque work, and the familiar plot, Lin Tian speeds up. The giant is so tall that Lin Tian can easily see it when flying, so Lin Tian hugged Xiao Ba and flew directly in the direction of the earthquake. Lin Tian's speed was very fast, but as soon as he arrived, he saw 2 giants lying down on the ground, dying. Lin Tian looked around and found a strange woman with yellow hair and a strange man with a 3 on her head smiling sinisterly. These 2 people should probably be from the Baroque work agency. One is Mr. 3, the other doesn't know each other, and it is probably his partner. Ouch. Who are you? Mr. 3 looked at Lin Tian and asked. How come there are other people on this island? Mr. 3 inches the yellow-haired woman asked. Miss April Fool's Day, I don't know if you ask me. That's why I asked him. Sorry. Let me ask again. Who are you 2? The woman codenamed Miss April Fool's Day asked again. Looking at the 2 enemies who seemed to be amused, Lin Tian was too lazy to reply. He didn't expect Xiao Ba next to him to respond inexplicably shy. Huh. Did you say me? My name is Xiao Ba. I like cooking. I like takoyaki. Lin Tian was directly speechless. If he hadn't understood Xiao Ba's character, he would have thought that Xiao Ba was controlled by someone else's devil fruit ability. This Mr. 3 is a person with the ability of wax and wax fruit. Lin Tian has not seen this Miss April Fool's Day, and she is not sure about her ability. What are you doing here? Xiao Ba asked rhetorically. What I didn't expect was that the woman codenamed Miss April Fool's Day also responded. These 2 giants offer a reward of 200 million Baileys in total. First come first served, don't grab it, Miss said on April Fool's Day. Lin Tian also spoke. So that's it, you 2 want to kill the 2 giants and get a bounty, so you used a tricky trick to trigger the 2 giants to kill each other. Now you are ready to take advantage of the fisherman's profit? You got it right. Mr. 3 confessed directly. Just commit a major crime. Now I will send you to join them. After all, Mr. 3's hands turned into wax directly, and his ability to control his fruit was like Xiao Ba and Lin Tian attacked. Lin Tian flashed past easily. Xiao Ba shook it funny for a long time before regaining his footing. Brother Octopus. You can be my opponent, Miss said directly on April Fool's Day, and rushed directly to Zauba. Mr. 3 said directly. Then you can let me cook. I have to go back to drink Darjeeling black tea after finishing your work. Since you use the power of fruit, I will also change my style of play today. Try my trick. God and Mighty Roll. Lin Tian's trick is the lion power Dewan used by Golden Lion, but Lin Tian is not a Golden Lion, so he changed the name and style of this trick. As a result, there was a tremor around, and the surrounding soil was rolled up. The surrounding area should have formed a lion head to crush the opponent, but under Lin Tian's change, it has now become a godlike hand pinched to Mr. 3. The Golden Lion was once known as the strongest in the world. Lin Tian had hardly used the ability of floating fruits in battle. Lin Tian not only changed his name and moves this time, but the power of this move has also become much stronger. Lin Tian, who was extremely satisfied, nodded slightly. However, Mr. 3 was sadly reminded. Seeing the mighty attack, she was unwilling to use her strongest defense. Candle Champion's Cup. Candle Wall. Even if you desperately put on heavy candle armor on your body, and desperately urge the fruit ability to turn into Candle Fortress after Candle Fortress, it can't slow down the speed of Lin Tian's move of the God and Mighty Scroll by half. Lin Tian's move without any hesitation. Mr. 3 was wrapped in an instant, and those so-called copper walls and iron walls were destroyed instantly. At the moment Mr. 3 broke the defense, he understood the gap between himself and the young man in front of him. My candle is harder than steel. So many layers of defense. Can't even resist for a second. What a terrible fruit ability. What a terrible strength. What's more terrifying is his talent. Mr. 3 has gradually lost consciousness, not knowing whether it is alive or dead. Miss April Fool's Day is a person with the ability of bubble fruit. Even though Xiao Ba is a murloc, his strength is limited after all. After a stalemate with her for a long time, there is no result. Lin Tian solved Mr. 3 in an instant, and then cast his gaze here. Miss. On April Fool's Day, she was shocked when she saw that Lin Tian had solved her partner Mr. 3 in an instant. Who is he? It's really a mess. We don't have the strength to fight back at all. Miss. April Fool's Day said to herself in shock. Don't worry. It's up to you next. Worried about the safety of the two giants, Lin Tian did not waste time, but rushed directly to Miss April Fool's Day. A shave appeared next to her instantly, and Lin Tian raised his hand with a punch. This punch is powerful. Miss did not dare to despise it on April Fool's Day. She fully urged her power of devil fruit. In an instant, a lot of bubbles appeared. However, those bubbles had almost no effect on Lin Tian, and Lin Tian had armed domineering attached to his fist at this time. Easily broke the defense, Lin Tian hit Miss April Fool's Day with one punch. And Miss April Fool's Day instantly fell to the ground and lost. Boss. You are so strong. Instantly killed two demon fruit capable people. But do you have pity and cherish Jade? Xiao Ba and Lin Tian have been staying for a while, and they are not surprised by Lin Tian's super strength. I'm being merciful, or they will just die, but I will train you if I have the opportunity. Lin Tianyan meant that Xiao Ba was too weak, but Xiao Ba did not hear the meaning, and said excitedly, okay, no problem. Congratulations to the host for defeating the demon fruit ability. The host has received the devil fruit awakening points reward. You still need to defeat a devil fruit ability to awaken the ability of the fluttering fruit. Please continue to work hard. The voice of the system came. Lin Tian was also very excited to hear that, as the devil fruit of the golden lion, the once strongest in the world, how strong will it be after awakening? Lin Tian is also very curious. But now the most important thing is to look at the situation of the two giants. Unexpectedly, as soon as Lin Tian walked over, the two giants stood up again desperately. For Albif, when the two giants took up the weapons in their hands, they cut at each other. Lin Tian looked at it and shouted, stop, but no one paid attention to Lin Tian's voice, and the Baroque duo had used a despicable method to turn the two into enemies. Lin Tianquan's persuasion had no effect. He directly waved the demon sword in his hand and cut out an extremely terrifying sword aura. Sword chi is not only extremely sharp, but also fast as lightning. In an instant, the sword energy slashed to the ground, and this position was exactly between the two giants. This sword energy directly cut open the ground of the small garden, dividing the island of the small garden into two. Xiao Ba was also stunned when he saw this, knowing that Lin Tian was strong, but he didn't expect Lin Tian to be so strong that he could slash the island with one sword. Huh. The two giants had cut at each other desperately, but now they are finally willing to stop. They looked at Lin Tian one after another. A gray-haired, heroic teenager was looking at them. The little garden hasn't been a guest for a long time, Qinggui Dongli said excitedly as he looked at Lin Tian. Brokey the Red Ghost said, yes, when our battle is over, I will treat you well. After all, I want to fight again. Lin Tian directly stopped and said, you saved the province, it's been 100 years. I can't tell the result. Is there any reason to fight now? If you want to fight, just hit me. I'm very strong. Who can beat me? No matter who wins. How is it? Lin Tian said. Think about it, the two giants have been fighting for 100 years. They have forgotten the reason for the duel, but they are used to the eruption of the volcano. In order to completely separate the winners and losers, the two giants finally agreed to this proposal. Although the two giants are huge, can they compare with Lin Tian? Lin Tian had to surpass them in all aspects. Lin Tian directly crushed the two giants on strength, neither of them surpassed Lin Tian. Lin Tian said, since you are the fighters of Albif, you must all have the glory of a fighter. If you all lose, let's become stronger together. Stop this meaningless struggle. Work hard. One day in the future can beat me. Lin Tian's words were precisely on the heart of the two giants. Albif advocates the strong. Simply put, when you don't know who is right and who is wrong, which side is stronger and whose words are said to be counted. Lin Tian proved his strength with his fists, and the two giants also obeyed Lin Tianyan. After finally quelling the fight between the two, Lin Tian suddenly thought that the magnetism here needs to be recorded for a year. He could not wait here for a year, but the two giants only had a permanent pointer to Elbaf. Even if Lin Tian can fly, the sea is so vast that he can't fly blindly. If he does that, he doesn't know when he will reach the next island. Lin Tian couldn't help but looked at Mr. 3 and Miss. April Fool's Day. Neither of these two people Lin Tian had a killer. Miss had woke up on April Fool's Day, and saw Lin Tianzhang looking at him, and she was so frightened. She woke up a while ago. She wanted to slip away while Lin Tian didn't pay attention, but she never had a chance. But when she saw Lin Tian cut it down, the small garden was chopped in half, and she was so scared that she quickly gave up and slipped away. Thought, just pretend to be dead and not be discovered by Lin Tian. As a result, by a special coincidence, Lin Tian looked directly at Miss. April Fool's Day, which happened to be exposed. Lin Tian looked at Miss. April Fool's Day. She felt bad. Just listen to Lin Tian. You should have a pointer to record the magnetism here? Yes. We have access to the next island. Miss had to admit it on April Fool's Day. Taking the record pointer of the Baroque duo, Lin Tian kindly gave his record pointer to Mr. 3 and Miss. April Fool's Day, but the magnetic force needs to be stored for 1 year. The two senior agents also completely gave up on the giant under the warning of Lin Tian. Lin Tian bid farewell to the two giants, and flew towards the strongest with Xiao Ba. However, after boarding the strongest number, Lin Tian not only saw Guina, Nuoqigao, Xiao Weiwei and others. He also saw a person whom he had never expected, and Lin Tian suddenly faced an enemy. The hand has been placed on the handle of the knife, ready to be out of the sheath. The person in front of me has a golden punk head with a dagger on his waist and chest. There are pirate tattoos on it. Lin Tian is familiar with this tattoo, the Whitebeard pirates. The identity of the person in front of him is ready to be revealed. Phoenix? Marco? You are the Phoenix Marco? Lin Tian saw this familiar character as if he was facing an enemy. There was also 1,000 waves in my heart. Why did Marco appear here? Shouldn't it be in the New World in the second half of the Great Channel? Lin Tian thought about it and found that he couldn't figure it out. And Lin Tian put his hand on the handle of the knife and was ready to fight at any time. When Qiwuhai saw this, she said, Lin Tian, don't worry, he is not an enemy. Hearing Guina's words, it seemed that Marco was not disadvantaged by his friends, and Lin Tian released the knife in his hand. Marco then looked at Lin Tiandao. Hello. It's Lin Tian. Unexpectedly you have heard of me. The captain of the first division of the Whitebeard pirates, Marco, the Phoenix, is famous. Lin Tian could see that Marco did not have any hostility and also let go of the knife in his hand. Marco is a person who possesses the abilities of animal series, phantom beast species, bird fruit, and phoenix form that are more precious than nature. The strength is also veritable number 2 in the Whitebeard pirates. As a strong vice level, Marco's bounty is conservatively estimated to be 1 billion. At the same time, Marco is also looking closely at Lin Tian. The person in front of him, with gray hair and black pupils, and a lean body, looked like a master of physical skills. With 2 exquisite knives, it can be seen that the boy in front of him is a strong swordsman. Coupled with the excellent appearance and unique temperament, Marco recognized Lin Tian at a glance. I don't know what the Phoenix Marco is doing here. Is it possible that he came to me? Lin Tian asked. Unexpectedly, just like Lin Tian asked casually, Marco directly replied. Yes. This time I came to Paradise, and was instructed by the Whitebeard father. I came here to find you. I hope you can join the Whitebeard pirates, Marco invited. Although Lin Tian remained calm on the surface, he was taken aback in his heart. Seeing Marco's sincere appearance, he felt that he shouldn't have come here on purpose to find him happy. If he is willing to travel from the New World to Paradise, he must be sincerely invited. But Lin Tian was surprised. He didn't expect the Whitebeard pirates to invite him. Lin Tian appeared indifferent, but the surrounding companions were all shocked. Whitebeard pirates. One of the 4 kings of the New World. Whitebeard, the strongest man in the world, actually sent a team captain Marco to invite our captain to join. Zauba heard this. Things were also stunned. He naturally knew that Murloc Island was now under the protection of Whitebeard. Although Guina didn't know Marco, the name of the 4 Whitebeards was in the sea, and she was also surprised when Marco invited Lin Tian. Nuoqigao and Princess Xiao Weiwei have absolutely no idea about this, but looking at the expressions of others, you know that the White Beard is a super powerful pirate group. It doesn't matter. Give you plenty of time to consider. Don't rush to reply. Marco felt that Lin Tian still hoped to agree to him. After all, this is the invitation of the four emperors. And it was the personal invitation of the White Beard who was called the strongest man among the four emperors. Marco originally wondered why the old man would like a boy so much, but when he saw Lin Tian, Marco also put away his contempt. After all, in terms of personal feelings, Lin Tian gave him a very good feeling. In addition to unfathomable strength, Lin Tian gave him the feeling that his anger were invisible, and his breath was completely restrained. From his actions just now, Marco also saw that Lin Tian valued his companions. As a person who can defeat 3 lieutenant generals alone, and be able to defeat the world's strongest swordsman Hawkeye Mihawk, and also defeat the once world's strongest Golden Lion, he is not only not arrogant or impetuous, but also calm and wise. Marco felt admired. Looking at Lin Tian's appearance in his teens, it can be seen that his potential is huge, such a talented person, and a slightly far-sighted person who doesn't want to earn his income. Lin Tian said that thinking about it was actually to give Marco and Bybeard face. He came through, and he came with the system. In the future, he is unwilling to be left behind. He is destined to not stay honestly in other people's pirates if he wants to complete the tasks assigned to him by the system. Therefore, Lin Tian decisively rejected Marco after pretending to consider it. Sorry, brother Marco. I have something I must accomplish, so I can't join the Whitebeard pirates. Marco was not discouraged, and then he slapped his head and said, "Oh, I forgot to say. The old man said if you want to join, you will be promoted directly to the captain." Lin Tian was still unmoved and called out in his heart, "You just let me be the captain, and I can't be the captain." But on the surface, he struggled again. "Sorry, I have something to do, so there is no way to join the Whitebeard pirates." Marco was not in a hurry, and then said, "It doesn't matter. When brother Lin Tian wants to join, the Whitebeard pirates will welcome you at any time." Xiao Ba and Qiwuhai were surprised when they were listening. Whitebeard actually wants the boss to be the captain. The boss refused? Xiao Ba was shocked and speechless. This guy. Really? Although Qiwuhai was surprised, she still recognized Lin Tian's choice in her heart. After all, the ocean is wide by the fish, the sky is high and the birds fly, and the strength is the master. Why should you send it under the fence? Lin Tian looked at Marco and immediately said apologetically, "I rejected you. What are your plans next?" Marco smiled. "It doesn't matter, our Whitebeard pirates will not force others to do things. I have nothing to do for the time being. If you don't mind, I will walk with you temporarily," Marco said directly. Thinking of Marco's frequent goodwill, coupled with the reputation of Whitebeard, Lin Tian agreed to go with Marco. With Marco, the safety of his partners is also guaranteed. Lin Tian Xiao Ba Marco boarded the strongest ship one after another, and everyone took the strongest ship and drove to the next place indicated by the magnetic force. The next place is Drum Island. During the journey, Marco had been shocked several times. Marco first saw Nuoqigao's invincible sailing skills that could see the weather changes at a glance, and he also ate the best food made by Xiao Ba that made him doubt his life. Marco suddenly had a kind of wanting to join Lin Tian and his party. Of course, I just think about it. A few days later, Lin Tian and his party finally arrived at Magnetic Drum Island, which is a winter island. The temperature is quite low and the cabin is not much better. In order to store the magnetic force, Lin Tian and his team changed their thick clothes and walked off the boat. Lin Tian and his party felt the cold as soon as they entered Magnetic Drum Island. Before landing on Magnetic Drum Island, I saw the thick white snow around it. Before Lin Tian and his party got out of the cabin, they were surrounded. Everyone picked up the muskets in their hands and divided them and gave Lin Tian and his group a pass. "You pirates. Get out of our home. Lin Tiandao. We are not malicious, we just store magnetism to reach the next island. Get out. If you don't get out, we will blow your ship." Everyone threatened, and launched an attack on Lin Tian. Lin Tian used iron blocks to shoot down the bullets with his body. Lin Tian couldn't bear the matter at this point, and now he was surrounded by islanders as soon as he arrived at Magnetic Drum Island. He was beaten with bullets by others before he even started, making Lin Tian feel a little angry. Marco also saw the people around him, and he also said directly, Are you all sick? I'm a doctor, if you don't mind. I'll treat everyone. Are you really a doctor? Isn't it the trick of the despicable pirate? The residents of the island obviously still don't quite believe the pirates in front of them. Nuoqigao and Princess Vivi spoke. Hello everyone. Please believe us, we have no intentions. Seeing two such lovely girls, everyone reluctantly believed. Marco is the ship doctor of the Whitebeard pirates. After the inflammation of the undead, Marco quickly healed the surrounding islanders. In the end, the islanders finally allowed Lin Tian and his party to land on the island. After landing on the island, Lin Tianbian learned that the world was not peaceful recently, and all the doctors on the island were driven away by the original King Valbo, and the rest could only serve him. Known as the Drum Kingdom, a major medical country, there are only 2 doctors left on the island. One is a witch who lives in a castle on the mountain, Dr. Dolier Doctor. The other is Floim in the royal medical room of the Drum Kingdom. As a royal doctor, Floim never served him again because of Valbo's policies, but he violated the law and personally treated the residents of the island. So Valbo killed Floim. No one dared to treat civilians anymore. And his son was forced to join the court physician team to serve Valbo. There was only a quack named Shilik who treated everyone for reasons, but because of mediocre medical skills, many people died. Lin Tian's eyes lit up when he heard this. This doctor named Shilurik, I must have been with Chopper now. Not surprisingly, Shilurik would die within 1 or 2 years at the latest, and Chopper would go and learn medical skills with Dr. Dory until he went to sea with Lu Fei. Freud? Who is this? It didn't appear in the original work. Lin Tian heard the prompt of the task just after thinking about this question. Hello host. Freud is extremely in line with the standards of the ship doctor. The new side mission has been opened. Mission level, C. Mission content, rescue Freud and invite Freud to join the host pirate group. Mission rewards, C-level lottery draw once. Hearing that the system released the task again, Lin Tian naturally became more concerned about Freud. Lin Tian asked specifically, who is this Freud? Freud is the son of Freud. His father was killed, but he was forced to serve his father and his enemies. Well, it's too miserable. Everyone is a little sad, and it can be seen that the Floim family are also recognized here. Where is the castle? Lin Tian asked. There. The townspeople didn't think so much, and pointed in the direction of the castle. Unexpectedly, Lin Tian looked at everyone and said, everyone, wait for a while, I will solve this tyrant and save Freud. You are going to trouble with Valbo. Don't, he is a demon fruit ability. Marco directly stopped everyone's persuasion. You can rest assured. Do you need me to go with you? Marco asked. No, you can help me protect everyone. I will come as soon as I go. Big brother, be careful. Lin Tian, pay attention to safety. Boss, be careful. Come back early. After that, Lin Tian's ability to directly spur the fluttering fruit flew towards the castle in an instant. In the castle, a red-haired boy looked at a photo and wept. This red-haired boy is Freud, whose father was killed by Valbo the other day. Father, I want to avenge you. Freud wiped away his tears, took the scalpel, and went to assassinate Valbo. Valbo was eating out in the palace. Freud, taking advantage of Valbo's carelessness, stabbed him. However, the knife was short, but Valbo was okay. You guy. You dare to attack me. Fortunately, the attack power is too weak. Valbo began to laugh again. Ha ha ha, since you choose to kill yourself, then I will send you on the road. After saying this, Valbo opened his mouth, trying to swallow Freud. Shut up. Lin Tian arrived in time. Who are you? How dare to break into the palace? Valbo was furious. Watch me swallow you. Freud saw that he was about to die, only to see a man rescue him. Don't die for me. Run. Freud urged Lin Tiandao. Lin Tian smiled. Armed color. Lin Tian instantly covered the armed color, and when Valbo was about to swallow him, Lin Tian knocked him away with a punch. Freud was surprised that he couldn't shut his mouth when he saw the scene before him. He actually knocked off Valbo. Go and kill him. Go. The surrounding guards attacked Lin Tian one after another. Lin Tian didn't care at all. Directly a god and majestic role. He lifted up countless surrounding land, incarnate into a huge palm, crushing all the court guards in the soil. Defeated Valbo with one punch. Destroy Valbo's officers and guards in one move. Freud looked at the person in front of him and finally spoke. Are you? Hello. My name is Lin Tian. Are you interested in becoming my ship doctor? Lin Tian asked. After thinking that he had nothing to miss on this island, Freud also thought about it and said. I do. Congratulations to the host. Complete the sea-level mission. Get a chance to win a sea-level turntable lottery. May I start the lottery? Raffle. Lin Tian said directly. The familiar turntable began to rotate, and after a while the kung fu turntable finally stopped slowly. Seeing the line of words pointed to by the pointer, Lin Tian was particularly happy. Congratulations to the host for obtaining a B-level item. Devil Fruit Healing Fruit. You can use it by yourself or for your companions. Seeing that only he could see the devil fruit in front of him, Lin Tian thought for a while, then looked at the red-haired boy next to him. Lin Tian decided to use it directly for this Freud. For Freud. The top medical card. Let him use it too. Used successfully. As soon as the system's voice fell, Freud covered his head. Freud felt a large amount of unheard medical knowledge passed into his mind. At the same time, he also felt that he had obtained a kind of magical devil fruit. Power. Don't be afraid. Give you a gift when you meet for the first time. This is the healing fruit that all doctors dream of, Lin Tian said. Freud not only gained the ability to heal fruits, but also gained amazing medical skills. At this time, Lin Tian gained a new companion, Freud. Of course his role on the ship is a ship doctor. Lin Tian already has the world's top navigator, top chef, and now has the world's top marine doctor. Now a small team has been formally formed. Defeating Walbo, the ability to swallow fruits, Lin Tian's devil fruit awakening point just reached 5, and Lin Tian directly chose to awaken his fluttering fruit ability. System. Help me wake up. Congratulations to the host. The first stage of the ability of fluttering fruit has been successfully awakened. You can experience the specific abilities by yourself. If you want to proceed to the next awakening, you can continue to defeat those with the devil fruit ability. After receiving the system's reminder, Lin Tian's psychology was also unusually excited. This time, the trip to Drum Island was indeed not in vain. Lin Tian took Freud back to the original village, and everyone was relieved when they saw Lin Tian's safe return. It was also quite surprised to see the people around Freud. Finally, under Lin Tian's explanation, everyone knew that Freud had joined Lin Tian's team. The magnetic force of the recording pointer is almost stored. Just as everyone was preparing to leave, Marco suddenly said to Lin Tian. Daddy specially ordered that, whether you join or not, I have to discuss it with you. If you click until you finish, do you want to? If you don't want or are afraid, of course I won't force you. Marco then laughed, asking Lin Tian. Lin Tian also responded without fear. Why don't you dare? This island is a very good battlefield. Why don't we go to a place with few people and have a discussion? How about? Lin Tian invited. Just do what you said. Marco also agreed with the atmosphere. Lin Tian greeted him and walked to a deserted snowfield with Marco. At this time, the atmosphere of the two suddenly became a little different. This is a great venue, let's give it a go, Marco suddenly said. At the same time, a cyan flame appeared all over his body. Lin Tian also replied, I can't ask for it. Come. Marco sprinted as fast as lightning. Lin Tian knew that Marco could be tied with the general, and he did not dare to underestimate it. Lin Tian pulled out the village leader directly and slashed towards Marco. Unexpectedly, Marco's foot was already kicking towards Lin Tian. Boom. Lin Tian had to block Marco's flying kick with the village jung in his hand. Domineering. Marco immediately covered the armed color and turned his leg to attack Lin Tian. Iron block. Lin Tian also used iron blocks, and his whole body's defensive power increased a lot. I didn't expect you to be in 6 forms. Marco immediately flew directly through the cyan wings behind him. Marco's single-handed combat ability is very strong. Not only can he heal his own injuries with Resurrection Qingyan, he can also fight in the air. But Lin Tian has the ability to flutter fruit. Of course it can also fly. Cut. Although Lin Tian is playing low and high, he still doesn't let the wind fall. The attack of you and me is like a fight between gods in the eyes of outsiders. Lin Tian tried his best. After probably adapting to Marco's attacking method, he could clearly feel Marco's release, so he said directly, "Marco, take it seriously. Let's not test each other, just be a bit more serious." Haha. Little brother Lin Tian is so anxious. Okay. Eat me. Resurrect Qingyan. Marco's attack arrived in an instant, and Lin Tian also fully urged his armed domineering. Bang. Marco's attack finally reached Lin Tian, and the surrounding areas centered on the two were filled with powerful waves. The heavy snow started to fall and fell on Lin Tian. But Lin Tian's body was covered with armed domineering. Marco's big move obviously did not cause Lin Tian any harm. When Marco saw this scene, he exclaimed, "Oh! I thought that my father looked at you high, but now it seems that you can be among the best in the world with your strength in your cultivation. Right. Although my undead green inflammation can heal me, I will not think that I am okay if you are attacked by your armed color beyond the limit. But I am still very curious, how many endless methods do you have? I heard that you still snatched the ability of the Golden Lion's fluttering fruit. Can I see it?" Marco suggested. It was also the ability to motivate his own phoenix fruit, ready to accept Lin Tian's attack. "Since I'm all here, I can't hide it. If you can resist this trick, you will be considered the top powerhouse in the world," Lin Tian said, and decided to activate the ability of Piao Piao fruit. The power of Piao Piao fruit had just awakened, and even the Golden Lion hadn't reached the realm. Lin Tian had arrived, and Lin Tian wanted to see the power of his fruit even more. "So that's it." Lin Tian urged the fluttering fruit, and he already understood the power after awakening. In the original, the object must be touched to lighten the object and make it float. However, without touching the object now, Lin Tian can also directly reduce the gravitational force of objects within a certain range around him. "I'm ready. Come on." Marco is already ready to resist Lin Tian's move. But Lin Tian shouted, "Shenwei Yishuo Dewan." The blizzard in the snow on the ground formed a huge palm, which hit Marco. Marco also fully urged his fruit abilities, covering his entire body with armed domineering, trying to resist Lin Tian's move. After awakening, Lin Tian directly affected the gravity within a certain range around him, so snow and blizzards were more easily controlled by Lin Tian. A huge palm struck Marco like an avalanche. The devil fruit has awakened. This kid seems to have surpassed the Golden Lion. Is this the power of the gods? Marco was slightly lost, but still forced himself to concentrate. Gosho Chamaki finally flooded Marco. The surroundings have also changed from noisy to calm. Congratulations to the host. Defeated Marco. Because the fruit is special, you got 3 awakening points, and you need 7 points for the next stage of fruit awakening. The voice of the system came, and Lin Tian knew that Marco did not guard his moves. After waiting for a few minutes, there was movement in the snow, and Lin Tian spurred the fruit to move the snow away. Then I saw Marco in the pothole. At this time, Marco was exhausted, embarrassed, and his whole body was wounded. After seeing Lin Tian, he smiled helplessly. "Little brother Lin Tian. You are like a monster. Fortunately, there is a pothole here. Otherwise, I would be killed by you." "Haha. Brother Marco. You can survive this trick. You are already a strong man in the world." Lin Tian pulled Marco out. Marco hurriedly used his undead green flame to repair his wound. "You guy, will the 300 million yuan bounty be a little lower?" Marco looked at Lin Tian and said irritably. I also think that Marco already admires Lin Tian, but only Lin Tian knows that he didn't use his full strength. Otherwise, there is nothing Marco has to do now. Lin Tian only needs to defeat Marco to get awakening points. Back in the village where you first logged in, everyone asked one after another, looking at the embarrassed appearance of the Phoenix Marco. "Big brother Blonde, what's wrong with you, Mr. Marco? Why are you like this?" Xiao Ba was also puzzled to see, is there any enemy in Drum Island? Freud also thought about it and couldn't think of it. "Oh, you can ask your captain." Marco embarrassed and pushed this question to Lin Tian. Lin Tian had no choice but to say, he was embarrassed to stumble and fell like this. Doesn't Mr. Marco have the ability to heal himself?" Nuoqigao repeatedly asked. He has no physical strength anymore and can't heal himself." Lin Tian had to say truthfully. "Why did you go?" Guina asked with a smile directly. Freud reacted and spouted a mouthful of hot tea. Puff. Freud turned his head and said, "I'm coming." Marco also sat directly on the chair, and saw Freud's hand suddenly emitting a green light, just like the palm fairy in Naruto, healed Marco's injuries. Marco is taking it now, even if Lin Tian's strength is against the sky. All the navigator chefs are top-notch, and even the newly added ship doctor has such a bad medical ability. Oh. Lin Tian, you have picked up a treasure again. Your pirate group has grown up completely. I am afraid that no one can match it. I now finally know why you rejected the father. Just as Marco thought one day in the future, Lin Tian's pirate group will reach the strength of a king over the world. But at the moment, Lin Tian and his team's task is to go to Alabaston, quell the rebellion, kill Crocodile, one of the Qiwuhai, and let Nicole Robin willingly join his pirate group. Freud was used by Lin Tian with the top medical skill card and the fruit of healing. Dealing with Marco's injury is not enough. Marco himself has amazing resilience, coupled with Freud's treatment. Marco recovered in less than a while. After Lin Tian and his entourage bid farewell to the islanders, they took the strongest ship to Alabaston. Marco still went with Lin Tian and his party. A few days passed quickly, and Flo entered Lin Tian's group. Xiao Ba is a cute chef. Guina is a sword idiot who loves swords. Nuoqigao is a sailor who likes to wear new clothes. Now, in addition, Freud, who loves to read, will always look at it with a book when he has nothing to do. This guy only knows how to read books, he doesn't care much about other things, he belongs to the taciturn kind. Lin Tian didn't care, after all, everyone has their own personalities. Of course, there is also the Phoenix Marco, who is temporarily on the Lin Tian ship. Marco is a very proud Shuang people have a better appetite for Lin Tian, but Lin Tian wants to learn from each other. Marco is terrified, and repeatedly refuses. It can be seen that he doesn't want to fight Lin Tian, the evildoer. Time flies quickly. Because of the record pointer and the reliable Nojiko, Lin Tian and his party finally arrived in the kingdom of Alabaston, the port city of Naohara. Not far from Naohara, Lin Tian and his party felt the heat in the air. Naohara is a port city in the southeastern part of Alabaston. Although Arab riots are about to occur, Naohara is still prosperous as a port city. This is the only port city in Alabaston and the most prosperous city. Countless goods circulate here, including arms. After Lin Tian stopped the boat, the group decided to go to the market to replenish supplies. Lin Tianxia took a closer look at the surrounding buildings. Very exotic buildings, round roofs remind people of previous Arab countries. Almost everyone wears a headscarf, and from time to time merchants pass by on a camel. This is simply Arab. Lin Tian thought secretly, then everyone made a division of labor. Nuoqigao, Guina and Princess Vivi went to the clothing store to buy clothes. After all, in the desert, the sun will burn the skin for a long time. Xiao Ba and Freud went to replenish food and water. Seeing Marco did not follow, Lin Tian asked, "They are all gone, how about you?" I don't have much interest. Why not? I will be good with you." Marco smiled and chose to follow Lin Tian. Lin Tian also thought about it, while walking towards the bustling market. "Walk around and take a look. Only 100 Baileys. Our fruit. Sweet and delicious. Young man is not deceived. Come and take a look." The market in Naohara is a bit noisy, with countless pedestrians, all kinds of lively chants, and various vendors selling a wide variety of goods such as fruits, clothing, barbecues and so on. Since Lin Tian killed many famous pirates along the way, there is no shortage of Bailey. I ate a few barbecues with Marco, and when I was about to pack it, there was a loud noise not far away. "It's him. Catch him." Suddenly shouts came from around. Lin Tian and Marco squeezed in from the crowd, only to see a big white-haired curly uncle. "Well, oh, you guys. Come here just right. Help me." The person being hunted is not Ikarim, who else as these people are? Marco asked. Ikarim also replied directly. "These people are senior agents of the Baroque Work Agency. Billions of elders, don't worry about so many, save me first." Lin Tian was also unambiguous when he saw this, and he was ready to do it. "Who are you? Don't be nosy. This is our own business." Hundreds of millions of elders yelled, but Lin Tian didn't even make sense. "And when I see it more, I say directly, let's go together." Marco smiled and directly helped. However, Marco didn't urge his abilities, but just kicked a few kicks away. Lin Tian smiled and also abused hundreds of millions of elders with Marco. Lin Tian and Marco caused a little commotion, but they quickly calmed down. Under the shocking gaze of the people around, the two also easily killed the billions of elders. After calming down the commotion, Lin Tian and his party finally reunited. Princess Vivi saw Ikarim and said, "Ikarim, why are you here?" Ikarim saw that Princess Vivi was safe and sounded and replied, "After I separated from you that day, I took another road and arrived at Alabaston ahead of time. But who knows that I saw the assembly when I arrived at Rohara? The Baroque work agency, my identity has been exposed. No, it is inevitable to encounter their attack, but fortunately, I saw this, little savior." "Then what are your plans next?" Lin Tian asked. Ikarim replied, "Next, I want to invite everyone to Yuba, which is said to be the headquarters of the rebel army. I think I can persuade the rebel army to see if this disaster in our kingdom can be prevented." In order to protect Princess Vivi and to find out who was behind the scenes, I did not hesitate to join the Baroque work agency, and finally I figured it out. It turns out that the culprit is the president of the Baroque work agency, which is called it. People, Crocodile, one of the 7 martial seas under the king. So our purpose this time is to stop the rebellion. Eliminate Crocodile. Ikarim looked at everyone and said sincerely. Marco also understood, and sighed. "I didn't expect that there are pirates who want to sit on the throne of the king. Don't worry. Princess Vivi's safety is my responsibility. You guys have fun." In the end, Lin Tian and his party boarded the strongest ship to the west coast of the kingdom of Alabaston. Soon the group arrived at Elmar, who was swallowed by the desert. However, in the northwestern part of the kingdom of Alabaston, in a gambling city called the Rainland, the president's room of the rain banquet. A man is wearing a black fur coat, his face is obviously stitched with thread, his left hand is a gold hook, with a back, wearing black leather shoes, like a gambler and a boss, he uses a lid lighter lit the cigar. It is reported that hundreds of millions of elders were attacked in Rohara. The identity of the attacker is unknown. The 2 billion elders have been wiped out. The speaker wears a hat, and the high bridge of the nose has a touch of exoticism. Yes, these 2 people are called Clockdale and Nicole Robin. Both of them are Lin Tian's goals in this trip. There are as many replacements as there are for the billions of elders, but it is like a drop of water falling into the desert. It has no effect on my plan. However, if someone dares to oppose me, I will crush him. Clockdale issued an order. Yes. Oh, yes, it is reported that the pirate called Lin Tian, the god of death, has entered Alabaston and seems to have defeated many high-level agents. While talking, Nicole Robin handed the reward list to Clockdale. Clockdale frowned and accepted the reward list. "How come pirates come to trouble me? Don't you know that I am Crocodile? Who is this to offer a reward, but the world government has made a mistake." Clockdale saw Lin Tian's reward and responded. "Because in the first half of the Great Channel, there are rarely 300 million so high. I don't worry about other people. To ensure that the plan is foolproof, you go to negotiate and see the purpose of this person." Clockdale ordered. "Yes." Robin answered and retreated. Humph. Clockdale started smoking his cigar again. Lin Tian and his party had already reached the west coast, and they had to disembark and walk in order to get to Yuba. On the way through Yuba, Lin Tian and his party must first pass Elmar. In order to speed up, Lin Tian also directly urged the ability of the fluttering fruit to float the sand under everyone's feet, so he easily walked to Elmar. "So handsome. You can fly." Nuoqigao and Princess Vivi were also excited. "I didn't expect you to get the ability of Piao Piao fruit. The world government should be a headache." Marco said. Freud Guina had nothing to say, standing on the sand sledge and flying. "Boss. I'm about to become a takoyaki," Xiao Ba complained. As a murloc, Xiao Ba should be the most suffering. "It's really amazing. It's amazing ability. I didn't expect that besides Belle, there are other capable people who can fly." Ikarim's curls also became messy during the flight. Make everyone laugh. In a short while, Lin Tian and his party had reached Elmar, and Lin Tian controlled the fruit's ability to let everyone slowly fall. See the once oasis swallowed by the desert Elmar. Princess Vivi and Ikarim are a little sad. Alabaston is a desert country. Due to long-term drought and without rain irrigation, the land will be dry and cracked. not only there is no food harvest, but there is not much fresh water. Therefore, whether it is the kingdom's guards or the rebels, the problem is the same: lack of water, food, and arms. Elmar was also an oasis in the past, but because of the drought in recent years, it was directly swallowed by the desert. It's all because of Crocodile. A column said that because of the use of dancing fans in the kingdom, the surrounding cities were drought, and Crocodile used this to frame the king, which caused the rebellion of the rebel army. Alabaston is not fake, but if it has nothing to do with Crocodile, it is really unlikely. Because only a turbulent country can be better controlled. Princess Wei Wei also squeezed her fists, and she already looked like some princesses at a young age. But just when everyone is immersed in various emotions, a tortoise pulled the cart and walked in front of Lin Tian and his party. This is a tortoise car. Ikarim obviously knew the car too. Opening the door, Lin Tian saw the purpose of his trip. She wears a hat from the American West, black hair, a high nose, and slightly dark skin. She obviously saw Lin Tian and was a little surprised at Lin Tian's youth. Hello. Lin Tian, who is called the god of death. What's the point of coming to Alabaston? Suddenly Robin saw Ikarim and Princess Vivi again, and said, you two are still alive. It seems that those people have failed. Princess Vivi and Ikarim were close to enemies, and immediately looked at Lin Tian. Lin Tian looked at Robin and said with a smile, hello. Lin Tian said hello politely. Ikarim knew that the man in front of him was the vice president of the Baroque Job Club. When Robin heard this, his attention returned to Lin Tian. Unexpectedly, you know me. Robin smiled and replied, it is a great honor to be known by Lin Tian, who has offered a reward of 300 million. The two of you are very polite, and people who don't know think that they are friends for many years. Haha, it seems that you also know who I am, Miss Robin. Lin Tian also answered with a smile. However, Nicole Robin's face changed slightly when she heard it. In the Baroque work agency, the code name was used to replace the real name, except Zero Crocodile. In this country, no one knows his real name, but the boy in front of him actually pronounced his name. A feeling of losing control over things arises spontaneously. Robin immediately took a step back, crossed his hands, and prepared to use his fruit power. While asking, how did you know my name? Lin Tian shook his head and looked at Robin and said, I'm sorry, Miss Robin, wait a moment. There are too many people to make it easy for Lin Tian to turn his head, so he found his friends and said, you guys first. Yuba, go ahead. I have something to discuss with this young lady. Are you okay? Brother, Ikarim cared. Knowing that it was the vice president of the Baroque Job Club, he was still a little worried about Lin Tian's safety. It's okay. I have left their safety to me, don't worry. Marco looked at Lin Tian and said with confidence. Then trouble you, Marco? Lin Tian asked Marco well, and everyone followed Marco towards Yuba. In a short while, the effort disappeared in the sand. On the ruined walls of Elmaru, apart from a tortoise cart, there were only two figures there. Nicole Robin saw Lin Tian distracted his partner, and then asked, I can talk now? Of course. Lin Tian then said, I probably know everything about you, and the name Nicole Robin is certainly no exception. What do you know? Robin asked immediately. This is too much. For example, your early experience, O'Hara, sorrow, history, the order to kill the devil, and the real reason for the origin of the name of the son of the devil. You should all know that Nicole Robin's face has changed drastically. People casually told her the past and all kinds of secrets, and couldn't help but make her vigilant. Are you a member of the world government or the navy? But you are clearly a pirate. Who are you for what purpose? Robin directly questioned Lin Tian, but it seemed that Lin Tian did not have the slightest malicious intention or actively attacked Lin Tian, but his defense mentality was also great. Upon seeing this, Lin Tian hurriedly said, I am not a member of the world government or the navy. As you can see, my name is Lin Tian. I am just an ordinary pirate, but the reward is higher. I have my companion, but you must also know the purpose of my coming to Alabaston. I thought of Ikarim and Princess Vivi. Robin asked, is it for Alabaston to eliminate Crocodile? Well, it's half right. The elimination of Crocodile is for sure, but it's not just for Alabaston. There was something in Lin Tian's words, but Robin did not ask. It's for you. My goal is you. Lin Tian said something incredible. Nicole Robin became interested when he heard this. You mean it was for me to hit Crocodile? Nicole Robin couldn't help but smiled. I'm the vice president of Baroque Jobs. You go on to say. See if I believe you. Lin Tian was also not angry, and said patiently, because of the O'Hara incident, you have been called the son of the devil and have been avoiding the government's wanted. You have been betrayed countless, so you can only leave and enter the underground world. In the end, become Crocodile's top subordinate, but your purpose is to find refuge, and the second is to pass Crocodile and find history. Speaking of this, Robin's expression changed again, but Lin Tian didn't stop and said directly, in order to subvert Alabastan, Crocodile did not hesitate to set off a rebellion, deliberately creating contradictions, leading to a war between the two sides, and then become a hero who saves the country and successfully ascend to the throne. This approach is based on sacrifice. He reminds you of O'Hara once. If nothing else, you were ready to betray him. Lin Tian's words have reached this point, and Robin's true thoughts have been fully stated. Robin finally sighed. I don't know how you learned the news, but I don't care, but the facts are the same as what you said. I have decided to betray Crocodile. It was his idea to negotiate with you this time. He didn't want to let you influence his plan. Lin Tian then said another secret, which convinced Robin. Crocodile's purpose is Pluto. If you want to master the power of Pluto and become one piece, if nothing else, when you read the history and tell him the news of Pluto, he will kill you. Oh, yes. Even you, if you don't tell him the news of Pluto, he will kill you too, because you are not worthy of use. Robin is a bit lost. What Lin Tian said is exactly the same as she thought in her heart. There is no way to defeat Clock with her own power. Dar. The person in front of you is so young but knows so many things. Listening to his confident tone, can you please? You are right, but your goal is what is going on with me. Do you have any special hobbies? Robin is known as the poisonous girl of the pirate world, Sharp. Lin Tian's words directly embarrassed Lin Tian. Don't think about it, you guy. I just hope you can join our pirate group. It looks like this is the best choice right now. Lin Tian said confidently, and he didn't seem to put Crocodile in his eyes. I don't know why you insist on letting me join, but listening to your tone seems to disregard Crocodile. He is one of the 7 martial arts under the king. You are so confident. Robin asked. Let's do this. Let's make a bet. If I can prevent this from happening and defeat Crocodile, then how about you join our pirate group, become our partner, and go on adventures with us? Of course, if I lose, I will die. I will use my life to bet with you. How about it? Lin Tian said seriously. Robin couldn't help being convinced. How long haven't I met such an interesting person? After knowing that I am Nicole Robin, this person not only is not afraid of me, but also made such a bet with me. Nicole Robin thought about it and said, I agree. Haha. Just agree. Let's give you a gift next. Lin Tian thought that on the road to Yuba, there would be a hidden place near ancient Alabastan. Because it was too hidden or deliberately hidden, there was a piece of history but it was not discovered. Of course, Lin Tian, who is familiar with the plot, naturally knows, so he invited Robin to go with him. Take your tortoise cart. We are heading towards Yuba and have a gift for you. Believe me, you will love it. Lin Tian boarded Robin's tortoise cart directly. Robin couldn't refuse, so he sat in the tortoise cart. The two and a giant tortoise drove straight in the direction of Yuba. And Lin Tian used the ability of the fluttering fruit again to control the tortoise cart to fly. Wow. This is your fruit ability, so it's flying. Robin was also flying for the first time, and he recognized Lin Tian more and more in his heart. In the tortoise cart, Robin still observes Lin Tian so closely. Gray hair looks a little different, but it has a special feeling. The black pupils are full of full confidence. Although he still has some childishness, the whole person is mature and steady in his work and speech. The well-proportioned muscle group still looks so strong under the unique clothes of Alabastan. This man is handsome. Nicole Robin couldn't help thinking in her heart. Looking at Robin, who was sitting opposite Lin Tian, his face was slightly red. Lin Tian is not as young as Robin, nor does he have so many strange ideas. Lin Tian needs to find the big stone with history. So I had to control the tortoise cart at a certain height, otherwise it would not be found at all. Since I went to Yuba, they are all ancient deserts with a height of 300 meters. He also looks out of the car from time to control the height of the car, otherwise it is prone to car accidents. Looking at Lin Tian, who was driving seriously, Robin suddenly felt a different feeling. He knows everything about me. Thinking of his miserable early years, Robin couldn't help but fall into memories. Robin has always been fighting the world, being called the son of the devil, misunderstood by everyone. But the man in front of him knew all his grievances and the power of the miraculous fruit that made the car fly. Robin became more and more convinced that he would win the bet. Robin also hopes that Lin Tian will bet to win. What gift is he going to give me? Robin was still thinking. Lin Jing spoke. If nothing else, we are here. Lin Tian finally stopped the tortoise car. Because you can't manipulate living things, control the car itself. Therefore, the tortoise was not too miserable. Seeing that it finally landed now, it was also sweating and looking at Lin Tianmen in fear. Haha, sorry. Lin Tian said sorry to the turtle, and then took Robin's hand. In an instant, a strange feeling hit Robin's heart. He actually took my hand. Robin did not refuse for a while, letting Lin Tian pull it. However, Lin Tian is a giant of strength and a dwarf of emotion. At that time, he actually took a further step. He didn't think much. He held Nicole Robin with his left hand and cut away the quicksand under the stone. He took Robin and flew down. There is still such a large space underground. Robin also thought while saying, will there be any spikes? After falling, we will be directly stabbed to death. Lin Tian knew that Robin's miserable early years had formed the habit of poisoning his tongue, and he didn't care. The underground is very shady, and there is a ray of sunlight falling from the hole above the head. As soon as it fell, the most eye-catching thing was a huge stone monument with strange characters written on it with something unintelligible. However, when Robin's eyes crossed the steel, she was motionless for an instant. But it is not difficult to see the immense joy in Robin's eyes. Robin didn't interpret it in a hurry, but said to Lin Tian, this is the gift you gave me, it's a surprise. The history of ancient Alabaston, it's so important to me. After all, Robin gave Lin Tian a bear hug. He felt that Robin's sincere joy was naturally also happy for her. Although Lin Tian is an emotional dwarf, he is also a man. Although he hugged for a few seconds, Robin let go, and then focused on interpreting history. But Robin's scent and bumpy body had to make Lin Tian dream about it. Just when Lin Tian looked at Robin, and a somewhat hazy feeling in his heart was about to germinate, Lin Tian's mind came out of an untimely reminder of the system. Congratulations to the host. Start a new collection mission. History collection mission. You need to take Robin to find history. If you find a history, you will add a little expansion point. The expansion point can be used to increase the upper limit of the devil fruit carried by the devil fruit tree. Remind the host that you currently have a limit of 3 demon fruits. 1 fluttering fruit has been used. The fluttering fruit is currently in the first stage of awakening. You can continue to defeat the demon fruit ability to get awakening points. You can also get a chance to get the quest devil fruit, complete the crusade mission. There is also a chance to obtain the devil fruit ability of the crusade target. Do you have any questions about the host? The system worked hard to explain the new collection tasks, historical collection tasks. Lin Tian naturally has no doubts. Not having to complete it means that as long as you try to complete it as much as possible. Since we can harvest historians like Robin in the future, we will naturally encounter history. The collection task will be released by the system, and there will naturally be rewards. Lin Tian is happy to be too late. Just when Lin Tian was talking to the system, Robin also completely interpreted the history. Upon seeing this, Lin Tian took Robin's hand again and flew outside the cave. Robin's face was reddish, and he turned his head and looked at Lin Tian and said, thank you, Lin Tian. I owe you personal love, and depending on the time, I will almost go back to Clockdale. Oh, okay, no problem. Remember my bet with you. Oh, yes, if Crocodile asks about you, you just tell him directly, I am going to kill him. I want him to declare war. Lin Tian said with a smile. Although he didn't see Lin Tian's strength, Robin could see Lin Tian's powerful self-confidence from Lin Tian's smile. Somehow, Robin already believed that Lin Tian could defeat Crocodile. Okay, goodbye. I hope you won't lose your life. I'm leaving. Robin greeted him and drove to the rain in the tortoise cart. After Lin Tian and Robin parted ways, they found the remains of Agilabasthon. Lin Tian waited for a while, and before long, he waited for his friends. Seeing everyone's exhausted look, Lin Tian knew how hard it was for everyone to climb the ancient desert. Ikarim saw Lin Tian and asked, "Brother, what?" She returned to the rainy place. "It's okay, she may not be an enemy of us for the time being in the future." Lin Tian said, but in his heart Lin Tian added, "But the premise is to completely defeat and smash Clockdale's plan. In that case, let's go to Yuba as soon as possible." Ikarim said anxiously, "I have sent a secret letter to His Majesty the King just now. I think they will take precautions against Clockdale after seeing the letter." Although Princess Xiao Weiwei is only 10 years old, she is not so mature in her mind. She felt a little heartbroken when she thought that her hairpin Koza had joined the rebel army. "Okay. Let's speed it up. You sit on the sand sledge. I need to use my power." In order to speed up, Lin Tian still used the ability of the floating fruit and flew towards Yuba. Yuba is located in the very center of the Kingdom of Alabastan, and King Cobra can see that it has an excellent geographical location. If it is developed well, it will definitely become the most prosperous city in Alabastan. Lin Tian and his team finally reached Yuba under the ability of the fluttering fruit that Lin Tian fully urged. Unfortunately, Yuba, which should have been an oasis, has now been swallowed up by the desert in most places. How is this going? Ikarim and Princess Vivi couldn't believe everything in front of them. "Didn't you say that this will be an oasis?" Guina asked. "Yes. The Yuba and Elberu in front of me are exactly the same, they have been deserted." Xiao Ba couldn't help but think of Elbaru when he saw Yuba. "Why not introduce the river channel?" Nuoqigao also asked doubtfully. "There are river courses." Yuba was not like this when Ikarim and Vivi went abroad. They also re-examined it carefully, and only then did they come to a fact. The river of Yuba can be destroyed by humans. "It's not saved here," Ikarim said desperately. Yuba, which should have been an oasis in front of him, has become an abandoned city like Elberu. Still, Marco, the Phoenix, reacted first. Since the canal was deliberately destroyed by others, it was naturally to destroy the city. His purpose should be to stir up hatred. Let more people despair and hate the king and start. This is the man's wishful thinking. The identity of the man behind the scenes is ready to come out, Shicrockdal. When the matter is over, even Princess Weiwei has already understood. He is trying to stir up everyone's hatred of Clockdale against his father. Princess Vivi already squeezed her fist fiercely. Listen carefully, everyone. Someone. Sensitive to changes in the air, she heard other sounds first. Everyone in the past saw that it was an uncle who was using a shovel to redig the river not far from the river, and it seemed that he wanted to dig the river through. "You or Dodo?" Ikarim reacted immediately when he saw it. "Uncle Dodo." Princess Vivi the first also saw the person in front of me. "Well, you are Ikarim, and Princess Vivi, so you are all fine." This uncle named Dodo is Vivi Fat, Cobb's father, and a staunch supporter of King Cobra. Although the timeline was 8 early, Koza still joined the rebel army, but was not the leader of the rebel army. Due to the demise of Yuba, the rebels have moved to Kathli near Narohara. In addition to reminiscences, the most important Akalim and Vivi received a message that the rebel base has been moved. Unexpectedly, their base has been transferred to Kathli. Ikarim was also a little flustered. After all, the rebellion had already begun, and the general offensive of the rebel army did not know when it would begin. It seemed that time would not be enough to stop them. "Ikarim, if you dare to go to Kathli now, there must be no time." Princess Vivi was also sure. "Why don't you listen to the plan I specify?" Lin Tian stood up at this time and took the map to arrange. "We are divided into 2 groups, one as an offensive force to Udi against Krokdal, and the other as an advance force to the capital of Alabastan, Albana." Lin Tian went on to say, "Princess Vivi and Ikarim, you two must go to Albana. There is the king's army, at least one layer of protection. If the rebellion has not started, then you will go directly. Kathli negotiates with the rebels. If the general offensive of the rebels has already begun, then defend Albana. There is no objection." Lin Tian's plan is obviously more feasible, and no one thinks it is unreasonable. Then next, we assign players. Rainland needs to face Krokdal directly and needs a strong captain. Only Marco and I have the ability to fight Krokdal. Marco is mainly responsible for protecting Princess Vivi, so I will be the captain of the offensive force. Marco is responsible for the advance force as the captain. Thank you, brother Marco. Although Marco is not a member of the Lin Tian pirate group, there is no one else to rely on at the moment, and Marco himself is more trustworthy, so he was directly appointed by Lin Tian as the team leader. Don't worry. Leave it to me. Marco confidently said that Lin Tian was also relieved when he thought of the super powerful Marco. Freud is a doctor, so it is more useful in Albana. It is also an advanced force. Nuoqigao has no combat ability. Guina is responsible for protecting her. If Zauba's combat ability is not strong, it is better to go to the advanced force. Right. Damn. Do you think you are left to go to the rain? After thinking about it, everyone said silently. Oh. That's right. It doesn't matter. I can do it alone. Lin Tian didn't deliberately want one person to do it. In fact, other people are prone to problems. Crocodile is not. The little ones can be compared before, and don't blame Lin Tian for letting other partners take another route. How can I say that Sand Crocodile is also one of the 7 martial arts under the king? Brother, can you really be alone? I have no problem. Defending Albana is also a very difficult task. If the rebel army launches a general offensive, you will definitely come in handy. Lin Tian knows that Crocodile has prepared the ideal township operation plan for many years. It's about to start. Octopus Little 8, Navigator Nojiko, Swordsman Guina, Ship Dr. Floyd, Princess Vivi and Ecolem, the captain of the Whitebeard pirate group, Marco the Phoenix. The 7 immediately set off to the target Albana non-stop. 7 of the 7 headed east, and Lin Tian flew northwest. The ability of the Piao Piao fruit is easy to use, and there is no need to go step by step. Lin Tian flew to the rainy ground in a few hours. It was not without obstacles on the way. Lin Tian encountered a sandstorm. Since Lin Tian awakened the floating fruit, he could control the object without touching it, so he just crushed the sand to form a huge sand shield, protecting himself from being submerged by the sandstorm. But Lin Tian couldn't make his body natural like Crocodile, he could simply control the sand. When it arrived in the rain, the sky was already dark, but the people around were still enthusiastic, and countless people entered the colorful world. Yudi is also called a gambling city and has a variety of gambling venues. Lin Tian's clothes were a bit thin, so he hurriedly bought a thick one and put it on, still thinking. The weather here changes too much day and night. It is so hot during the day and so cold at night. Lin Tian looked straight ahead, and behind the center of the rain, a pyramid-shaped building attracted Lin Tian's attention. This building is very similar to the pyramid of the previous life, but it is different that there is a crocodile shape on the top. It seems that this is the gambling place operated by Crocodile Rain Banquet. Lin Tian walked in without saying a word, entering the entrance. After that, Lin Tian found that there was a small bridge when he arrived at Yuan. The bridge was surrounded by water. In this water-scarce country, such decoration seemed extremely luxurious. Lin Tian walked straight into the rain banquet. I probably looked around. I saw countless gamblers sitting on chairs and gambling seriously. Lin Tian discovered that the most important way to gamble was the roulette slot machine, and Lin Tian couldn't help but gain interest. Give me 1,000,000 Bailey's chips. Lin Tian immediately went to the place where the chips were changed, and said domineeringly. Lin Tian changed to 1,000,000 Pele's chips, which is a full suitcase of chips. 1,000,000 Pele is definitely not a lot, not a lot. Many people change some and lose some, until they lose all. Change some, barely change, hundreds of thousands, no one dares to lose, but like Lin Tian directly exchanges 1,000,000 Baileys, it is rare in the entire casino. Lin Tian's actions were instantly attracted, the person in charge of the casino, a little old man about 50 years old. I'll come and entertain you directly. The little old man rushed out immediately and greeted Lin Tian respectfully. Mr. Hello. May I ask what you want to play? Play the slot machine first. Lin Tian said casually. He came here to smash the scene, of course pretend to be some. The little old man said, okay, here. Lin Tian ended up next to a slot machine. This, how much is the maximum bet? Lin Tian pointed to the slot machine. Amount, the little old man thought. This person looks so immature in front of me, I don't even know how much money I can bet on, but don't be a naive person who doesn't know anything. This gentleman, let me explain it to you. This machine can throw 1,000 Baileys every time, and it can raise. The maximum raise is 10 times, that is, 10,000 Baileys. If it appears 3 patterns with the same 3 will be doubled. If there are 3 patterns of 3 crocodile, it can be turned by 16. This probability is the lowest. Yes, that the harvest is also the biggest. After the little old man explained to Lin Tian carefully, Lin Tian was also happy. 16 times the 10,000 Baileys is not 160,000. Okay. I know. Go down. Lin Tian directly blasted the little old man away. Okay. You are so fun. The little old man showed an evil expression when he left. Humph. There are no panties that will let you lose for a while. Lin Tiankai doesn't care what the little old man thinks. His purpose is to hit the market, not to gamble, but it is really boring to rush in directly, so he chooses to lose Clockdale and can only come forward. After the maximum raise of 10,000 Baileys, Lin Tian turned the hand of the slot machine down. Do came from the slot machine. The voice of Lin Tian knew that the slot machine had started to work. The pattern in front of me also began to change constantly. Lin Tian looked at the pattern and slowly stopped. 3 same, the doubled chips were thrown out, and Lin Tian got 20,000 chips. Lin Tian didn't know, so he looked at the little old man and understood in his heart. This is trying to do a trick. I really want to bet and cheat. I want to trap me first, and then let me lose fiercely. Lin Tian guessed right. The little old man has already said to the other staff. Let the guy over there win a hand. Then let him lose. See if he is running out of money, then let him win a handful. Who is Lin Tian? He has the ability to float fruits after awakening, and he can naturally control the gravity of everything in a certain range except life. Then there was another handful. Click. Lin Tian bet another 10,000, pulling down to stimulate the fruit's ability. On the slot machine, there were 3 crocodile patterns. 160,000 chips popped up frantically. Lin Tian grabbed a hand and said to the jealous gambler next to him, "These are tips, you help me put up the chips." The gambler next to him was overjoyed and immediately said respectfully, "No problem. This gentleman. Your luck is so good. What the hell are you doing under his circumstances?" Seeing that the little old man almost fainted, he directly reprimanded the staff, and then he changed the data of the machine again. Lin Tian continued, making the biggest bet, clicking and pulling down. The slot machine came again. A beep sound, and finally the pattern of the slot machine began to stop changing. Lin Tian felt that there was a power controlling the slot machine. How could he not know that this was the store's method, and immediately used the ability of the fluttering fruit to fight against it? What's the matter? Why doesn't this machine listen to me? The little old man found that he couldn't control the pattern on the slot machine no matter how he manipulated it. Crush. The slot machine in front of you is amazingly 3 crocodiles, another 16 times the chips. Your luck is too good. Oh my god. Are you the god of gamblers? The people around were drawn 16 times the pattern twice by Lin Tian, and they were so amazed that they gathered here in Lin Tian. And that. The little old man is angry and scared. What the hell is going on? How can I not be able to manipulate it anymore? The little old man is not the same. Stop him. Maybe the machine is broken. Don't let him play slot machines anymore. Who can afford to lose like this? Let him play roulette. Let him play roulette. The little old man hurriedly ordered the staff to step forward and explain the problem with the machine. But Lin Tian thought in his heart, "Crocodile, you will die. And you will lose. I'm really sorry. There may be a problem with this machine." The little old man saw that the situation was not good, and immediately came to stop Lin Tian from continuing to play the slot machine. Lin Tian frowned, and the gamblers were also unhappy in their hearts and thought, "How can you say that when someone wins like this? Do you say that there is a problem with the machine? Can you only allow your casino to win money and not allow others to have good luck?" However, the gamblers changed their minds and thought that the owner of this store is a national hero. Crocodile shouldn't do things like turning his face and denying people, losing money and not admitting to the account, so he continued to watch from the sidelines, wanting to see how Lin Tian reacted. Lin Tian was naturally a little unhappy in his heart. He had just won 3 rounds, and the shop allowed him to win 1 round. His goal is to force Crocodile out. "Sorry, sir, can you change roulette?" The little old man immediately invited Lin Tian to play roulette, making outsiders almost seemingly suspicion of denial. "Okay. No problem. You can also talk about the rules." Lin Tian immediately said that he didn't know the rules of roulette, but wanted to confirm it again and again to prevent denial in the store, and more so that the store would listen to others. This guy. Do you have any gambling experience? The little old man thought helplessly in his heart, but he still began to talk about the rules of roulette. The same roulette as for betting. The maximum bet is 10,000 chips. It can be an odd and even number, red and black, and specific numbers. The winning rate of pressing the specific numbers is the smallest, but the multiplier is the highest, 35 times the multiplier, which is it is said that if you win by pressing down a specific number, you will win 350,000 chips in one round. This is, okay. I already know it. Knowing what to earn the most is enough. Isn't it just throwing a plastic ball? Let's start. Lin Tian seemed a little impatient, and interrupted the little old man's explanation directly. Now you are not dead. I don't believe that luck can always be on your side. The little old man smiled sinisterly, watching Lin Tian think about it secretly, but there was still a false smile on the surface. Okay. Since the guests are so anxious, let's start. But Lin Tian still chose the highest bet and reached 6 on. Oh my god, he is really courageous. He even directly enters the specific number. This chance is too small. If he can beat me to eat shit. Damn. This time he is also big. Roulette is different from a slot machine. The gamblers around watched Lin Tian betting and whispered for a while. Everyone was not optimistic about Lin Tian, let alone the little old man in charge of the casino. Since you insist on losing, then I can't help it. The little old man himself thought that Lin Tian would first go to odd or even numbers in order to be safe, so that he would not lose too fast, but Lin Tian went straight to 6. Next, Lin Tian received an ivory ball, and the roulette wheel began to spin. Lin Tian's eyes were quick to spot, and he immediately threw the small ball in his hand into the roulette wheel. The roulette began to spin rapidly. Lin Tian watched the roulette carefully. After a while, the roulette stopped, and an unexpected number, 6, was pointed on it. I won. 35 times as 350,000. Speaking casually, it seems that he should win money for granted. The gamblers around look at the 6 on the roulette wheel. Everyone was shocked. With such a small chance, he can be crushed. Is his luck so good? Can I press it with you next, sir? Some gamblers see Lin Tian's luck so good, so naturally they also want to be together. The gamblers want to take advantage of Lin Tian's luck and plan to win the dealer together. Once. Of course you can. If you want to win, just press with me. Lin Tian said casually. After all, his purpose was to force Crocodile out, not to win money. What? The little old man was a little surprised when he saw the scene in front of him. That's not right. The odds are so small. He was taken in by him. Is his luck really that good? I still don't believe it. The little old man once again didn't believe in evil and stood beside Lin Tian himself. Lin Tian looked at the roulette, and said casually, this time I still press 6 o'clock. All the gamblers have pressed their chips to 6 points. Although they know that the chance of winning is not great, but seeing Lin Tian's luck is so guarded, they are planning to give it a try. Lin Tian naturally pressed it to 6 o'clock. The roulette spun again. The difference is that this time, in order to avoid Lin Tian's hands and feet, the little old man throws the ball himself. Obviously, the little old man was already a little scared. After the little old man dropped the ball, the roulette spun rapidly, but after a while, the roulette slowed down. The pointer points to a number, 6. Wow haha, 35 times the odds. This is the first time I have won so much. This gentleman is so lucky. The surrounding gamblers followed Lin Tian's excitement to the extreme, and those who didn't share Lin Tian's were a bit disappointed. They all thought that the next one must be exactly the same as Lin Tianyao. But Lin Tian looked at the little old man again and said, I won, take the money. The little old man was obviously in a mess. He had never encountered such an evil situation before. Impossible. I obviously moved the number 6, how could it still fall on the number 6 inches? The little old man was already at a loss. Lin Tian also sneered, and thought in his heart, as for your little tricks, I still don't know. Lin Tian had long discovered that the store had moved number 6 with his hands and feet, but it was useless. Lin Tian's fluttering fruit can control gravity. It is naturally not difficult to control the ball to fall to number 6. Sir. I doubt you. Cheating. Please come with us. At the scene, The security personnel looked at Lin Tian and said with an unkind expression. Lin Tian glanced at these people, and easily saw the Baroque Work Agency logo on their shoulders. But he said, "If you only allow your casino to win, we are not allowed to be lucky. Why is Yuan so shameless? Everyone has won, so can't everyone cheat?" Lin Tian's words came to the point. The surrounding gamblers finally won a hand, and now they have touched their own interests. Naturally they have helped Lin Tian. Why don't you want to give money? Just say they cheated. Just want to deny it. We have been losing money, finally winning money. You think it is disgusting that we cheated? Criticism. We are looking for Crocodile's commentary. Lin Tian was overjoyed in his heart. Who is this? What a genius. I originally wanted to win Crocodile, but I didn't expect that I would directly cause public outrage. Let's see what Crocodile will do. Upon seeing this, the little old man motioned his eyes directly, and the security staff completely ignored the guests who were gambling at the Yuan, and directly rushed towards Lin Tian with the security stick. When the gambler who had defended Lin Tian saw this, he was scared and quickly retreated. Ouch, I shouldn't have counted on these people. These gamblers are ordinary people. They want to win money, but they don't want to die. When they see people playing real, they retreat. Lin Tian doesn't have much, like this kind of scum. How many deaths? This gentleman. We want to arrest you. We suspect you are cheating. Please cooperate with us. After that, several Baroque workers attacked Lin Tian. Lin Tian snorted coldly. He didn't even draw the sword, and directly activated the fruit ability. The slot machine gambling tables around him flew directly and hit these so-called security personnel. In an instant, these security personnel were smashed into meat sauce. These people died without even touching Lin Tian, and they were extremely useless. They were smashed to death by their own machines. Oh my god. Manager. Seeing this, the little old man immediately picked up a phone worm and contacted the person above. And Lin Tian didn't stop him, letting the little old man contact upper. The guests around were frightened and fled in a panic. Except for Lin Tian, the whole rain feast was left with the little old man and a group of scared staff at this moment. It's in Yuan's underground secret president's office. At this time, Nicole Robin is reporting to Crocodile. How about that? Is there any purpose for the pirate named Lin Tian to detect it? Crocodile smoked a cigar and asked Robin. Speaking of Lin Tian, Robin's expression changed slightly. Lin Tian asked me to bring you a sentence, saying that he would declare war with you. Robin said calmly. Ha ha ha. Although I don't know why his bounty has reached 300 million, he and I are not a level of pirates. I am the king Qiwuhai. I have never been afraid of anyone in Alabaston. Crocodile didn't seem to pay attention to Lin Tian, and then said, how is the preparation of the battle plan? Currently it is going well, and 2 fingers have also arrived. Okay. Let them try whether this Lin Tian really has 300 million level strength. The golden hook in Crocodile's hand slightly reflected light. Blue. The phone worm in Robin's hand rang. What's the matter? Okay, got it. Robin hung up, then looked at Crocodile and said, Lin Tian is making trouble in the casino right now. Well, he has the guts to come and call him into the room. Crocodile ordered. Robin said a few words to the phone bug and hung up. However, even Crocodile didn't know that what Robin had just said had been eavesdropped on by the Navy. Although it is not very clear about the naval divisions near Alabaston, there are still a few key points. Lin Tian, Robin, Crocodile, Alabaston, hurry up and report to the Marshal of the Warring States. Yes. And at the rain feast in the rain in Alabaston, Lin Tian has been invited by the little old man. Dear guest. Our boss invites you to the room. Please move to, How could Lin Tian not know that this was a trap? Looking at the fearful look of the little old man, Lin Tian was not afraid. Isn't it the cage of Halushi? When the time comes, just lightly crush it. Lin Tian went to the room immediately, and it didn't come out of the floor of Lin Tian's expectation room. When he opened it, Lin Tian also smiled coldly, and controlled his body to fall into the sea tower stone cage in the secret president's office. Finally Lin Tian met Nicole Robin and Crocodile. Robin naturally saw Lin Tian, but somehow, he couldn't see the panic from Lin Tian's face. The man in front of him seemed to be able to do everything with confidence, which made Robin even more interested. Could it be that he can escape? Robin also didn't know the answer, but he hoped that Lin Tian could escape. Saw the familiar Robin, turned his head and saw a figure. Lin Tian couldn't be more familiar with this figure. A black fur coat, black leather shoes, a stitched thread on his face, a gold hook in his left hand, and a waistcoat. Crocodile. I finally saw you. Lin Tian was also a little excited when he saw Crocodile. Well, I didn't expect you to fall into the trap here, and you didn't panic at all. Crocodilian took Yang's own golden hook and said, but it doesn't matter, you are destined to be buried here. This is really a joke. Do you think this sea tower stone cage can lock me weak? After Lin Tian said it, he pulled it out. Muramasa unsheathed. Immediately a burst of bloodthirsty power of evil spirits, and the power of horror and evil made Crocodile feel a burst of discomfort. Rub. Lin Tian cut open the stone cage of Hailu with a single knife, and this cage was like paper to him. You can even split the cage of Hailushi with a single sword. Crocodile was a little shocked. Robin was also overjoyed when he saw Crocodile deflated. He can escape so easily, it seems that he is very powerful. Robin secretly praised in his heart. Lin Tian escaped from the cage and took the village back into the scabbard. He watched Crocodile not talk nonsense, just a shave and a finger spear. Lin Tianman's 6 styles, 1 footwork as fast as a gust of wind, and 1 finger gun, were extremely powerful and pierced Crocodile's thigh in an instant. What? Crocodile had no idea that the young man in front of him would be so fast, attacking himself without ambiguity. He had already ended this wave of attacks before he became deserted. Crocodile finally faced Lin Tian squarely. Robin was also surprised at Lin Tian's speed. This speed. So fast. I can't resist it. You sinister villain. You attacked me directly. Crocodile cursed directly. Lin Tian was just a sneer. You're making fun of me. You call me insidious. It's all started. Don't talk nonsense. Desert knife. Crocodile's right hand was a sand-cutting attack. This trick is quite powerful. Luffy in the original book can only evade, but Lin Tian did not choose to evade, but directly chose to cover his body with a hard resistant armed colored iron. Boom. The desert sword attacked Lin Tian's body, but it didn't even cut Lin Tian open. The defense power of the full-level armed color is unparalleled in the world, and the desert sword can't break the defense. How is this possible? Crocodile seems to have seen something impossible, even a monster that can hardly carry the treasure of the desert. Take me a punch. Lin Tiancon hit Crocodile with the desert sword. Crocodile actually chose the desertification, God. I'm so armed and domineering. Lin Tian's punch had already hit Crocodile firmly. That punch made Crocodile realize a different kind of excitement. Cough cough cough. This is armed and domineering. Crocodile was obviously already badly injured, and Lin Tian's fist was covered with armed colors, so naturally he could easily attack Crocodile. Okay. Robin was also surprised when he saw it. It turned out that Crocodile was not only afraid of water, but also seemed to be afraid of this thing called armed and domineering. Are you armed and domineering? You come from a new world? Crocodile said in horror. Lin Tian smiled coldly and said, I have never been to the new world. I came from the East China Sea. Impossible. Crocodile stood up hard. It seems that I underestimated you after all. Then you try my trick. Sandstorm. Crocodile's right hand directly formed a sandstorm tornado and attacked Lin Tian. Lin Tian looked at the mighty sandstorm, then looked at Crocodile and said, Look at your sandstorm gun. Is my cherry blossom strong? Then he drew out his own Sakura and said, King Yan of Chinban Sakura. Huge blades were scattered in an instant, flying in the air. The large number and the huge area covered by the cherry blossoms filled the entire president's office, and more than 1 billion cherry blossoms floated and danced. The intuition in Crocodile's heart told him 2 words, run. Lin Tian directly controlled his cherry blossoms to cover the sandstorm, and then Crocodile's big move. The sandstorm was resolved in this way, gone. Robin looked at the scene in front of him, and it was also extremely shocked. The sandstorm in Crocodile disappeared so easily. Robin was obviously also speechless. My goodness. One of the 7 Qiwuhai under King Crocodile has escaped. Lin Tian looked at Crocodile who was missing, and he was speechless in his heart. Lin Tian, I have to withdraw first. I hope you can kill Crocodile. Robin already didn't know what to say at this time. and she became more and more convinced that the person in front of her would bring him even more shocking news. Go. Kill Crocodile, I'll be there soon. Lin Tian had no time to take into account Robin's ability to directly spur the fluttering fruit, and chased Crocodile. Robin naturally has his own purpose. At the moment, the king's army and the rebel army are going to fight, and now Robin has to go to Albana to find history and news about Pluto. Lin Tian flew out of the Yuan, watching Crocodile, who was fleeing in a hurry in the desert not far away, was also able to spur the fruits with all his strength, and chased him. Damn it. I didn't expect someone to use armed color domineering in the first half of the Great Channel. Crocodile was really uncomfortable at this time. He never had before, and now he just wants to rush to Albana with all his strength to get the Hades to control Alabastan. He hopes to get rid of Lin Tian through speed. However, when he saw Lin Tian rushing towards him at a speed from behind, even this idea fell through. This kid can fly. Who is he? Crocodile was obviously in a mess. Too many things were out of his control, such as Lin Tian. Lin Tian saw Crocodile, and he also stopped directly, and kicked it. Lanzhao instantly formed an extremely large vacuum wave and attacked Crocodile. Crocodile looked back and saw such a large vacuum blade was also a little shocked. It seems impossible to dodge. Crocodile had no choice but to naturalize. Although he avoided this attack, the whole person also stopped. Lin Tian easily caught up with Crocodile again. Crocodile, I didn't expect you to run so fast. Lin Tian laughed and said, you fellow, who the hell are you? Crocodile became angry. Why have to have trouble with me? Lin Tian replied, nothing, it just depends on you. You guy. Crocodile has nothing to do with Lin Tian. Desert sunflower and erosion reincarnation are not effective for him, because he can fly. Ground attacks can't attack him at all. I can only fly in a short time by elementalization. He can also be armed and domineering, so I can't absorb his water. There is no way to stab him directly. It seems that he can only be poisoned to death while he is not paying attention. Crocodile was obviously also very thoughtful, and when he calmed down, he thought of the only way to attack Lin Tian at the moment. But Lin Tian didn't think so much at all. In order not to give Crocodile a chance to escape, once again, it was completely clear. King Yan Chinban Sakura. King Yan Chinban Sakura. Lin Tian directly used the most frightening scene among the three scenes. The billions of cherry blossoms began to cut Crocodile's body. What is this? Experience made Crocodile aware of the danger of these cherry blossoms, and he decisively chose elementalization. It turns out that his experience allowed him to escape death temporarily. However, billions of Sakura blades have sealed off the surrounding area centered on Crocodile, and it is completely covered by 360 degrees. Even if Crocodile is elemental, there is no way to escape. Crocodile, who continues to be elementalized, is a little desperate. Even if he is a natural element, he cannot always use the fruit ability to elementalize. You must know that natural elementalization consumes some physical strength. Although it is not much, it cannot be elementalized forever, and physical strength there is only death. Qiwuhai is so useless. Lin Tian was also stimulating Crocodile on the side. Crocodile was angry, but there was no way. Crocodile's physical strength gradually depleted, and various wounds began to appear on his body. The blood stained his body, making elementalization more difficult to proceed. It seems that Crocodile is about to fail, just when Lin Tian wanted to give Crocodile the final blow. Crocodile also started his final struggle, Desert Diamond Sword. This trick is claimed to be the strongest single body of Crocodile. However, it is of no use. Today's Chinban Sakura has a number of more than 1 billion. Unless it is similar to the white beard that can be shaken by shaking the fruit, you can't just use simple S-attack smash Senbon Sakura. Not reconciled. I dignified Crocodile would die here. Crocodile apparently had almost lost hope of survival. Crocodile. You can no longer be elementalized. In order to make you willing to die, let's use the fruit ability to decide the victory or defeat. I don't need your mercy. The surface is dry and cracked. Erosion reincarnation. The surface is dry and cracked. Erosion reincarnation. Crocodile used the strongest move he could currently use. The surrounding ground instantly dried up, and even the few grasses withered and died. Everything is shrouded in the death breath of Crocodile. Lin Tian didn't have the slightest fear, and his hands were touching the ground. Let you see and see my fruit awakening ability. Lin Tian's floating fruit instantly controlled all objects in the surrounding 100 meters. Shenwei Imperial Palace Dewan Qinban. Everything around, sand, gravel, and land were turned over by Lin Tian's fruit ability, forming thousands of red-yellow palms. Under Lin Tian's urging, the surrounding terrain was lowered. Thousands of palms attacked Crocodile in an instant. Before Crocodile's surface was dry and eroded, the reincarnation hit Lin Tian's palm first before it even attacked Lin Tian. The huge desert palm does not have much water, so there is almost no pause when it encounters erosion and reincarnation. Boom. 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 After the first palm hit Crocodile, the palm immediately turned into a fist, tightly pinching Crocodile, and then the other palms also attacked one by one, constantly attacking Crocodile. This move is the strongest one among the fruits of Lin Tian Piao Piao, and it is also an upgraded version of Yusho Dewan. After Lin Tian used thousands of copies of the Imperial Palace, Crocodile endured thousands of attacks. After the attack was over, looking at Crocodile, he had already lost his breath. Congratulations to the host. Successfully killed Crocodile in Qiwuhai, the king. Earn 3 demon fruit awakening points. You still need 4 to awaken again. Congratulations to the host. Successfully completed the reward quest. Killed Crocodile. You have obtained the sand fruit ability card, and you still have 2 slots for devil fruit. May I ask if you want to use it? Natural Russell fruit. Lin Tian considered it for a while and still didn't use it for the time being. There are currently only 3 slots, no hurry. Lin Tian has a better choice for his own fruits. Lin Tian killed Crocodile and heard the voice from behind. It seems that we are still a step late, we can't even think of it. They were all killed by others, are we still winning? Lin Tian also knew the 2 people in front of him. It is. And 2 fingers, thinking that the 2 of them are here to hold Lin Tianhao and let Crocodile implement the battle plan for the ideal town. However, people are not as good as the sky. Crocodile never thought that Lin Tian was so strong that he was now strong. Before the 2 had time to hold Lin Tian had already killed Crocodile. Seeing the 2 people who came to give the awakening points, Lin Tian also laughed. 2 people, it's a bit slow to come, I have killed your boss, and it's up to you. With both hands, one is quick to cut fruits, and the other is capable of thorny fruits. It can be said that their own strength is considered to be, but unfortunately, they met Lin Tian. On. His hands immediately turned into swords, and he attacked Lin Tian with his fingers. Juhei Shira slash. Lin Tian didn't have the ability to fruit, but pulled out the village Zheng and used a trick. The knife is out, and the knife is closed, like clouds and flowing water. When putting the scabbard into the knife, Lin Tian had already heard the system's prompt. Congratulations to the host for slaying the 2 demon fruit abilities and earning 2 points of awakening. At present, it is only 2 points before you can get the grace. It is awakened once. Although he killed 2 senior Baroque agents, Lin Tianji's current crisis in Alabaston is not over. Robin still does not know the death of Crocodile, and will continue his previous plan. The king's army and the rebel army are also at war and must be stopped. It seems I have to hurry up. Go to Albana. Lin Tian, in order to prove the fact of Crocodile's death, he broke Crocodile's golden hook and installed it on his body, and immediately urged the fluttering fruit with all his strength and flew to the east. Under Lin Tian's strong urging, the speed of Piao Piao fruit reached its extreme. Soon after, Lin Tian flew over the Santora River. After crossing the Santora River, Lin Tian soon saw the king's city of Alabaston. The south gate was the main gate of the rebel army, and Lin Tian, who came from the west, chose to enter directly through the west gate in order to save time. As a result, as soon as Lin Tian entered Zimin, he saw Xiao Ba and Nuoqigao playing against each other. His dachshund, and there are. Christmas, wow, boss. You can count it. Xiao Ba was very excited when he saw Lin Tian, knowing that Lin Tian was there. That must have solved the biggest crisis. Xiao Ba. Although you are a chef, the future route is dangerous, and you should also improve your strength. Big brother. Are you okay? Nuoqigao cared. Seeing that Xiao Ba and Nuoqigao didn't have too many injuries, Lin Tian was also relieved. I'm okay. Nojiko, where's Guina Freud? Just now Nuoqigao said that the minibus and Nuoqigao played against the 2 Baroque agents at West Gate. Guina and Freud faced other agents at the southeast gate. Marco and Princess Vivi were at the south gate preparing to persuade the rebel army. Can the rebellion be persuaded if this is the case? Lin Tian thought of Princess Wei Wei in the original book desperately persuading the rebel army in order to immortalize a person in the country. This is the real world of pirates. The strong is respected. Looking at Crocodile's golden hook in his arms, that is the best proof that if he didn't have himself, Alabaston had been annihilated. Who are you? Christmas is a fat lady. It's a baseball player who speaks too slowly, and a dachshund that can shoot baseballs. Looking at these three enemies, Lin Tian didn't say anything, and he knew everything about Qinban Ying Jingyan. The two huge rows of blades instantly turned into 1 billion cherry blossoms. Lin Tian directly controlled the cherry blossoms to wrap the dachshund, and one person and one dog were instantly killed by Lin Tian. Shocked at Christmas, he hurriedly started digging a hole in preparation to escape. Almost forgot, you are a mole fruit ability. Lin Tian then directly controlled Qinban Ying to forcibly cut the surrounding ground. Christmas is in the hole, but I see myself exposed to the eyes of others. Okay. Don't give. During Christmas time, Lin Tian directly controlled Qinban Sakura and killed it. Christmas. Congratulations to the host for killing 2 demon fruit abilities, and earning 2 points of demon fruit. The awakening slot is full. May I ask if the second awakening of Piao fruit? In the first awakening, Lin Tian gained the ability to control objects within a certain range without touching it, and to what extent can the fruit be developed in the second awakening? Lin Tian directly chose awakening Piao fruit. At this time, Lin Tian closed his eyes and rested his mind. He already felt that the ability of the Piao fruit was much stronger. Hello host. Next, you can awaken the ability of Piao fruit for the last time. Need 20 awakening points. In addition, the system kindly reminds you that every time you encounter a history, a little bit of expansion points will be used to expand your devil fruit tree. You can upgrade the fruit tree to intermediate level at 5 o'clock. In addition, I also remind you of your task, that is to let Nicole Robin willingly join your pirate group. The fruit ability reward task, the nearest crocodile, you have also defeated. Yes, there is still a Shasha fruit ability card that has not been used yet. Okay, got it. Lin Tian listened to the explanation of the system and was still in a very good mood. Little 8. Go to Guina and Freud, let Freud heal for you, and then meet Marco. I will go inside the palace first. After Lin Tian divided the work between the two, he flew directly to the palace. In the square at the entrance of the palace, the rebel army and the king's army have begun various battles. Lin Tian flew directly into the palace, and saw Ikarim lying in a pool of blood, and the kingdom army nearby also fainted in the palace one after another. Ikarim, Lin Tian passed by and found that Ikarim was not dead but was knocked unconscious. It may be that Robin did Lin Tian who pressed Ikarim. Ikarim woke up and saw Lin Tian and said, "Wow, brother, I know you're all right. Bell, go to Gaka. Saved King Cobra." After setting up the country, they are in the royal cemetery. The cemetery is behind the palace. Excuse me. Got it. Lin Tian immediately hid Ikarim and went quickly. Lin Tian searched for a long time, and finally saw an extremely hidden white weird creature's office. The secret path has been opened, and Lin Tian naturally walked in. The royal cemetery is very large, but there are not many rooms. Lin Tian easily found the current king of Alabaston, Cobra, who was bound by the second round of bouquets. Lin Tian also saw Robin, who was interpreting history. Miss Robin, I seem to have won this gamble. Lin Tian saw Robin threw the golden hook of Crocodile's right hand to the ground. When Robin heard the sound, he turned his head and looked at Lin Tian. This is Crocodile's golden hook. You really killed Crocodile. Although Robin believed that Lin Tian had this strength, she couldn't believe it until Lin Tian finally killed Crocodile. What's the matter? Don't you believe that Crocodile has been killed by me? The body should be 1 or 2 kilometers east of the rain, but you should not find the body, because his body is probably buried by the wind and sand. Lin Tian said casually, but Cobra was shocked in his heart and couldn't help saying, "What? Crocodile was killed by you? Who are you?" Lin Tian looked at Cobra and said, "Let's go, King. Crocodile was indeed killed by me. Princess Vivi was also my escort to Alabaston. You and I are not enemies." Great. Cobra finally felt relieved. Robin, Crocodile is dead now, and your battle plan is no longer necessary. Our bet is the same. In the coming days, please advise. Be my partner. Lin Tian stretched out his hand to invite Robin. He looked at Lin Tian, and then at Cobra, and immediately put away his ability to make flowers and fruits, and the hand that bound Cobra disappeared. Robin still smiled and said, "It surprised me, unexpectedly, you really killed Crocodile. I have achieved the purpose of coming here. Joining your pirate group, there is no problem, but I am looking forward. How do you solve this disaster right now?" Robin immediately told Lin Tian all the battle plans for the ideal town, and Cobra next to him also changed his mood while listening. Damn Crocodile. In this way he can easily take the whole country. Cobra also clenched his fists. Lin Tian smiled and confidently responded to Robin after listening. "I understand, it's okay to stop the royal army and the rebel army. Your Majesty the King. Miss Robin, you two will go to the square with me." Lin Tian wanted to walk outside the tomb. As a result, it was unfortunate that Gaka and Bell came to rescue the king. Due to the sudden encounter, Gaka and Bale were too nervous and immediately turned into Gaka and Bell, looking at the three people in front of them, directly transformed and attacked Lin Tian and Robin. Bell is a falcon-shaped person in the animal family. Gaka is a jackal-type capable person in the animal family. The two capable people attacked Lin Tian without saying a word, but in the original book, how could they even be able to beat Lin Tian if they couldn't even beat Nicole Robin? Cobra was the last one to come out, and when he came out to see the scene in front of him, he obviously wanted to stop it, but it was too late to stop it. Animal Department? As it is said that Lin Tian did not kill his own person, he just shaved around. 2 punches, even the iron block is useless, let alone armed, but these 2 punches knocked both the deputy captains of the Kingdom Guards into the air. Up. What kind of power is this? Cobra wanted to stop it, but it was too late, but he was stunned when he saw such a scene. "How dare you tell our Captain Lin Tian to see this place directly? Your Majesty, the matter is urgent. You explain to them. Robin, let's go to the square in front of the temple." Okay. Cobra directly stopped the Kingdom Guards who wanted to disadvantage Lin Tian. Lin Tian took Robin's hand and flew to the square in front of the temple. Robin blushed a little, and it was the first time someone held her hand like this. Lin Tian said, "We are here, and I will stop everyone from fighting. Here you can stop this massive slaughter of millions of people. Didn't you just say that there are hidden bombs? You have to find them all. Even if they are found, they are all scheduled. It can't be stopped." "Ah. Are you still so confident? What do you have to hide?" Robin directly raised countless questions, making Lin Tian overwhelmed. "Robin, just watch it. How powerful is Lin Tian's second awakening of Piao Piao fruit?" Lin Tian urged Piao Piao fruit's ability. A strange power instantly enveloped the king's army and the rebel army. "How is this going? I can't move anymore. Why am I floating?" Marco said to Wei Wei. "This is Lin Tian's ability to flutter fruit. Grab me, Wei Wei." Marco also took Princess Vivi to the square and stood beside Lin Tian. Piao Piao fruit cannot control living creatures, and Piao Piao fruit still cannot do it after awakening. However, the floating fruit that awakens again is not so simple. Although it still can't control the living thing, but it can change the gravity of the earth to make the living thing float, so it is basically no different from controlling the living thing. What Lin Tian Shanglai used was one of the tricks after the awakening of fluttering fruit. In the weightless domain Lin Tian, except those who deliberately avoided his pirate group, all the other people in the weightless domain were hit. Therefore, directly floating everyone weightlessly in the air naturally avoided the bloody battle between the king's army and the rebel army. That's Koza. Princess Vivi finally saw her hair, and Koza also saw Princess Vivi. However, due to weightlessness, Koza's master. It also made some wonderful changes and became a strange ballet dancer. Why did the master become like this? Koza is the leader of the rebel army in the original book. Although he is young, he wants to regain the king. The reign that was occupied eventually joined the rebel army, and his master was the leader of the rebel army. However, after listening to Robin's battle plan, Lin Tian knew the difference between the original work and the current one. He directly controlled Piao Paguo and smashed the leader of the rebel army to the ground. As expected, that leader became. Look like. How did the master become like this? Chief. What did you do to the leader? What kind of magic is this? How come the leader becomes like this? We can't move. The king's army and the rebel army were unable to move, and it was obviously a little surprised to watch the leader become another person. Lin Tian immediately explained aloud. The leader of the rebel army was assassinated by him a long time ago, and he was from the secret criminal organization Baroque Work Club. The one who imitates the fruit's ability, he became your leader, and then forcibly attacked the king's army. The dancing fan incident. The demise of Yuba. The culprit of all this is the work of the owner of the Baroque Job Club. It's the hero you always thought of, Crocodile. Crocodile, you mean it's all because of him? Joke. Do you think we are fools? Don't believe him. He is a sorcerer who can confuse people. Although everyone can't move their bodies, they can still make sounds. Lin Tian snorted coldly. As if the king came, he stared directly at those people and said coldly, I killed Crocodile. You are still instigating separation here. Damn it. You billionaires and millionaires buy. Look at him. There is a Baroque Job Club logo on his shoulders. Both the king's army and the rebel army have infiltrated many spies from the Baroque Work Agency. When many people saw the Baroque Work Agency logo on the shoulders of their trusted companions in the past, they also regretted it. However, they didn't need to do anything. Lin Tian's ability to directly control the floating fruits caused the spies to float to a height of tens of meters, and then let go of the power of the fruits. One by one, they fell to pieces. These assholes are dead. Then there is one last thing, get rid of the bomb. Lin Tian's ability to control the fruit controls the surrounding objects, and finally saw a lot of cannon bombs. Lin Tian directly let them float into the distant high air. But after a while there was a huge explosion in the sky. Even going to take all of us. It seems that what he said is true. He saved us. Whether it was the king's army or the rebel army, they found that they had already been calculated by the Baroque Work Agency, and they had chosen to believe in Lin Tian. Lin Tian removed the bomb, and after saving his life, he completely believed in Lin Tian and was grateful to Lin Tian. Princess Wei Wei now had the opportunity to speak. Lin Tian lifted his control of Cobb. Cobb was also deeply guilty at this time, thinking of himself. His father, Dodo, always believed in the king and apologized directly to Wei Wei. Wei Wei and Cobb announced an armistice on the square, and King Cobra also appeared at a critical moment, officially announcing the end of the civil war in Alabaston. The crisis was lifted, the truth became clear, and Lin Tian also lifted his control over everyone. The airflow has changed, Nuoqigao said suddenly. Sure enough, there was a change in the sky at this time, and the cloud layer suddenly became extremely thick, covering the clouds and covering the sun. Suddenly a rebel army felt it, and his cheeks were moist. It was a long-lost feeling, and it was so long-lost that even he was a little strange. It's raining. Koza looked at the raindrops in the sky and remembered what Dodo said. Believe in your majesty the king, we won't lose to the desert. The happiness of an instant armistice. The happiness of victory. The happiness of reigning. Everyone is immersed in a different happiness. Nicole Robin was also looking at Lin Tian at this time, not knowing what he was thinking. Lin Tian naturally looked at Robin, and simply asked 3 words. How is it? Unexpectedly, Robin simply replied with 3 words, not bad. Then do you have any plans next? Robin finally asked. Next I plan to find the next piece of history. That place is more hidden, but I think you must be interested. Lin Tian said affirmatively. Oh, why are you so sure? Robin asked with a smile. Because you are Robin. A historian must interpret history well. Isn't it true that I will never let my partner be bullied by others? Lin Tian said affirmatively. Think about it too. Nuoqigao was bullied by Aaron, and Lin Tian directly killed him. Freud was bullied by Valbo, and Lin Tian killed him directly. Crocodile bullied Robin, and Lin Tian also killed him directly. Robin was immediately infected by Lin Tian's spirit. For so many years, this is the best opportunity. Having such a captain can also be considered a good destination. He is so powerful, I am afraid that there is nothing to fear. I will join him. Without knowing the change of Robin, Lin Tianzheng was immersed in the joy of harvest. You defeated 3 devil fruit capable people and gained 3 points, awakening points. At present, it is almost 17 points before you can level up. I decided to join your pirate group, Captain. Robin finally smiled. Lin Tian was prompted by the system. Nicole Robin has been detected sincerely. Congratulations to the host. You have completed the task. You have won a prize draw for the level plate. Excuse me, would you like to draw a lottery? Wait first. Lin Tian looked at Robin and said, you are welcome to join, then I will introduce you to your partner. Then Lin Tian found a partner. This is Guina, a swordsman who practices swords every day. This is a ship Dr. Freud who only likes to read books and doesn't care about world affairs, but has a very high level of medical care. He is a devil fruit capable of healing fruits, rarely seen. This is Nuoqigao. Don't look at her young age. Her sailing skills are top in the world. This is Takoyaki. He is from Fishman Island. He is an actor. I'm joking. He is a top chef. Especially takoyaki, it's so delicious. This is Marco, nicknamed Phoenix. He is the captain of the White Beard Pirates. He has nothing to do now, so he is eating and drinking in our group. Ahem, brother Lin Tian, you are too funny. Marco said with a wry smile. This is our new partner, historian, Nicole Robin. Lin Tian introduced. After the Alabaston incident ended, Nicole Robin joined Lin Tian and became a part of Lin Tian's group. The Phoenix Marco bid farewell to Lin Tian and his party. Although he did not join the Whitebeard Pirates, in general Lin Tian owed Marco a favor. When everything in Alabaston was recovering, Lin Tian originally planned to leave here to go to the next destination, but another thing happened in the holy place Maria. A navy is reporting respectfully to 5 people. These 5 people are the 5 old stars of the highest authority in the world government. Report to the 5 adults. After our confirmation, Crocodile, one of the 7 martial arts under the king, has been defeated. Oh, who defeated Crocodile? It's a pirate named Lin Tian. This pirate is not bad, he can defeat Crocodile. One of the seats in Qiwuhai is therefore empty. If it is not filled as soon as possible, I am afraid it will affect the balance between the forces of the world. Is there anyone you can recommend? I think this pirate named Lin Tian has the ability to defeat Crocodile. If we actively invite him, will he promise us to become the new Qiwuhai? Are you sure? Try it. If he really agrees, he can also maintain the name of Qiwuhai and keep the balance between the forces. Well, so be it. Who to send? Just send him. Lin Tian finally stored the magnetic force of the recording pointer, and boarded the boat with his friends. At this time, Lin Tian thought that there would be another level draw without drawing. System. I want to draw the last level lottery. No problem. Host. The turntable familiar to the system appeared in Lin Tian's mind, but this time was different from before, because Lin Tian was the first time to have a draw level reward. The level draw is a white draw. It is detected that the host sincerely asked Nicole Robin to join, and the completion rate has reached 100%. The evaluation level, especially for the host, has increased the explosion rate of treasured items, so shall we start the lottery? Start the lottery. The lottery turntable began to spin, and after a while, it slowly stopped. The raffle. Let me down. Lin Tian thought expectantly. Soon, the turntable came to a complete stop, and the pointer pointed to a line of words. Lin Tian finally let go of his heart. Congratulations to the host for the reward. Full level overlord looks domineering. Full level overlord looked domineering. Lin Tian picked up the treasure this time, and the reward for winning the level is considered extremely domineering. Before he was excited, Lin Tian completely mastered the use of domineering. That's it. That's it. Lin Tian tasted it, and also understood the power of the overlord color. Before he was excited, Lin Tian was prompted by the next mission of the system. Hello, host. A new mission has been detected. Mission type. Main line, mission level. Level, mission content. Go to the empty island. Destroy the priests and priests of the island of gods God Anilu. Reward task detected. Defeat Anilu, the fruit of the thunder. You can get a card of the fruit of the thunder. Hearing the system's voice, Lin Tian couldn't help but feel a little excited. That is the fruit of the thunder. It is also a super powerful existence in the natural system. The fruit of thunder. Lin Tianji is sure to get it, and he immediately prepared to go to the Great Channel. However, at this moment, Lin Tian met an uninvited guest. Lin Tian didn't even expect to meet him here. He saw Lin Tian lowered his head and looked at the book in his hand. If you want to travel, where do you want to go? Looking at the height of almost 7 meters, wearing a black and white spotted hat, and familiar lines, Lin Tian naturally saw the identity of the person in front of him at a glance. He is. Robin saw the person in front of him and obviously realized that it was not good. Okay. Lin Tian was surprised when he saw the people coming, and immediately replied. I still know your abilities, Basoromi. Why did you appear here for me? Yes. The person in front of him is one of the 7 martial arts under the king, and the original bounty has reached 296 million, the Basolomi bear who is called a tyrant. I am entrusted by the world government to come. As Xiang said, he closed the book in his hand and watched Lin Tian continue to say, I have received the news that you have defeated the sand crocodile, and invite you to become the new king of Qiwuhai. Xiang was unusually calm, and he spoke very few, concise, just as Lin Tian explained his intentions. Let me be King 7 Wuhai, what boss? Xiao Ba was also surprised and said, he won't agree. Guina said, I don't think so. Freud also closed his book. Big brother has a higher goal, Nuoqigao also said. Seeing that his crew members all said their thoughts, Lin Tian also smiled and replied, my friends have already said my thoughts. It is possible to work against the world government. It is impossible for Lin Tiankai to join Qiwuhai. He who has the system must continue to complete the task, and Lin Tian is not afraid of the God Realm government and the navy, so joining Qiwuhai will not benefit Lin Tian at all, it is just a name. In that case, the bear pointed his palm at Lin Tian and said, then kill you. Oh. It seems that you still don't understand the status quo, bear. Lin Tian heard that the bear wanted to kill him, and he was also ready to fight. Pressure gun. A powerful shockwave was instantly generated in the palm of the bear's hand, which struck Lin Tian. Humph. Lin Tian couldn't retreat, because there was a partner behind him, so Lin Tian directly slashed and formed a huge sword aura. The two touched together and cancelled each other out. Lin Tian appeared in front of Xiang in an instant, and he used the shave. Armed and domineering. Lin Tian's dark armed color instantly covered his body, and Lin Tian punched the bear without hesitation. Push the pressure gun. Even Xiang, ignoring himself, directly launched an even stronger attack on Lin Tian. Lin Tianxin thought, whether your shockwave is strong or my body is strong. He also planned to resist the bear's attack. Boom. Although Lin Tianman's armed color resisted the shockwave, he was also shocked with blood, but the situation of the bear was much worse than that of Lin Tian. Lin Tianman's armed color, the power of a punch, there are few opponents in the world, let alone those who dare to resist Lin Tian's attack. Even the bear of one of the 7 martial arts has suffered a lot. The bear also wiped the blood from the corner of his mouth and slapped himself directly. Yin healing bullet. A huge bubble appeared in the bear's body. Lin Tian, who is familiar with the plot, knows that this is a unique skill of the fleshball fruit, which can eject the damage he has received. I didn't expect your armed color to reach this level. Xiang couldn't help but sighed. I am not only armed. Lin Tian also said directly. I didn't expect you to be so strong. It seems that at least you have to use this trick to defeat you. The bear still said coldly. Bear's paw impact. This trick is to use the ejection of the meatball to exert pressure on the atmosphere in the air to form a large air mass. The huge shockwave generated under the reaction force of the atmosphere is then released at once, and the destructive power is extremely huge. Faced with this powerful shockwave, Lin Tian knew that he couldn't resist this trick. In that case, then you try my trick too. Lin Tian immediately urged his fluttering fruit, and a hurricane formed around him. The sand on the ground floated up, forming an extremely terrifying height, a few hundred meters of palm. Shenwei Imperial Palace ground roll, Lin Tian said softly. The palm of a few hundred meters hit the bear. The momentum is amazing, and even the heart of the bear, who has always been without waves, is deeply shocked. Full power. The bear's shockwave is larger and more powerful. Obviously, the bear also wants to determine the victory at once. Lin Tian's hand of God also hit the shockwave like a surging giant wave. The friends not far away once again refreshed their knowledge of Lin Tian. Robin shocked next to him, he was so strong. Robin knew Lin Tianchang in his heart. After all, Lin Tian had the ability to kill Crocodile, but seeing Lin Tian's big move had already refreshed her knowledge of Chang. It seems that I really found a strong captain. Robin couldn't help but feel at ease. The attacks of the two sides have obviously collided with each other. The impact point is the center, forming a huge wave of air. One side is a full-powered bear paw impact, and the other is a full-powered Gosho Chamaki. One is the fleshy fruit of the Superman family, and the other is the floating fruit of the Superman family. However, Lin Tian's Piao Piao fruit had awakened twice, and it was no longer the fleshy ball fruit that could shake it hard. The full-power giant bear paw shockwave was still in the Imperial Court to resist the court at the beginning, but it didn't take long before it was wiped out by Lin Tian's attack, and it was about to drown the bear in a flash. Seeing his strongest attack, the bear couldn't help but Lin Tian also wanted to use the flesh ball fruit's ability to escape directly. Lin Tian appeared in front of Xiao with a single shave, weightless realm. In an instant, everything around him departed from gravity, and the bear floated up and saw Lin Tian, obviously reacting quickly. His eyes were quick and his hands were quick. He wanted to rush over and slap Fei Lin Tian with his palm. But Lin Tian's speed was even faster. The domain instantly caused Xiao to lose control of his body. By this time, Lin Tian had completely defeated the Bartholomew bear. "Humph. What do you want to do to me?" the bear still said coldly. But it is not difficult to see that he has already had a jealousy and deep shock for Lin Tian. "I have never been so embarrassed by anyone. Where did this person come from? Why is this so powerful?" Xiao thought in his heart. Lin Tian gained 3 points. Awakening points. Satisfied, looked at the bear and asked a word. "Bear. Why on earth would Monchilong let you become Qiwuhai? What do you know?" Xiao looked at Lin Tian and asked. Although the surface is still indifferent, but the heart has already been shocked. "Don't worry. I'm not sure about the details, but I still know your true identity. Otherwise I'll talk nonsense with you. Will you still live to the present?" "You are not going to kill me?" Xiao asked rhetorically. He was actually, in the dead, he saw his hope of living. "Let's go. I don't have any reason to kill you for the time being. There is no reason to be guilty with the Revolutionary Army. Go back and tell the warring states in the 5 old stars, Lin Tiankai is not rare. Their name is Qiwuhai. I just want to do what I want to do. Thing." Lin Tian immediately lifted his grip on the bear. The Xiao was released by Lin Tian, pushed his own eyes, and from nowhere, he took out an extremely secret phone worm. "Take this phone worm. I will contact you if I have something to do. If this is the case, then I will leave, but I want to know what your purpose is." Lin Tian took the call worm and heard the bear's question. "Didn't I say it? I just want to do what I want to do." Lin Tian smiled when he finished speaking, and Xiao looked at Lin Tian in silence for a while. "Okay, I see. I will take your words, goodbye." After all, the bear convenience ran away with its own meatball fruit ability. Strictly speaking, a bear is not an enemy, even if it is disagreeable. Lin Tian does it. Lin Tian still has to compare it, because he has to get the awakening points to fully awaken the floating fruit. Back on the boat, each of the partners gave Lin Tian a thumbs up. Everyone was ready, and Lin Tian bid farewell to everyone in Alabaston and headed to the next target, Sky Island. However, shortly afterwards, there was a furious voice at Marine Headquarters, Marine Vander. "This Lin Tian. Too much deception." The person who lost his temper had a beard section by section, round glasses, a navy hat on his head, and a goat grazing next to him. This person is naturally the Warring States period. At this time, he has just received a call from the 5 old stars of the world government. "What's the matter? Why is the Warring States period so angry again?" The speaker ate the senbei and asked curiously as he looked at the calm Sengoku. "It's not that. Lin Tian killed Crocodile. In order to balance the 3 forces, the world government wanted to appoint him as the new king, Qiwuhai, but he directly refused." "Wow, haha. That kid. Isn't it normal to refuse?" Carp still said with a smile. "Does you guy know the severity of the matter?" The Warring States could not help but vomit. "It's fine if he refuses. You must know that he also defeated the bear, who is also one of the 7 Wuhai." And Xiao invited Lin Tian to be the Order of the 5 Old Stars. "It seems that this guy wants to be straightforward. Tore my face with the world government. This kid is really not afraid of anything," Carp exclaimed. "I heard that Nicole Robin also joined this kid's pirate group." The chief of staff Crane looked at the telegram that he had just sent and said, "This kid must not be allowed to grow up. Otherwise, there will be endless troubles. Crocodile and Xiao, both of whom are Qiwuhai, don't think he can send them." The Warring States period was somewhat uncertain. Who was going to send? The Warring States period was somewhat uncertain. I recommend the green pheasant, Carp said as the tree ate the senbei. The Warring States period thought for a while. Do you think that guy Kuzan can do it? Will that guy be too lazy to go? Even though I thought so in my heart, the Warring States still asked someone to send the Qing pheasant to report. Call the green pheasant here. In a short while, a tall man arrived. This person is Kuzan, known as the green pheasant. It is also one of the 3 current Navy generals. Kuzan. The Lin Tian mentioned earlier killed Crocodile. Your mission is to destroy Lin Tian as the strongest pirate group of captain. This is their latest reward and information. Is that okay? The Warring States period was afraid that the green pheasant would shirk off, so he arranged it directly with a half-command tone. When the green pheasant saw this, he wanted to find an excuse to refuse. Although he was a little afraid of trouble, the green pheasant agreed to the action as soon as he got the information. The reason is the same, naturally, because the green pheasant saw Nicole Robin. Information. I took this task. The Marshal of the Warring States period. Okay. I'll trouble you this time. Be sure to catch Lin Tian and his party all at once. The Warring States period also breathed a sigh of relief. Even if the enemy is strong, now the highest naval force is dispatched, after the general, there is almost no problem. Well, Lin Tian, let me try to see if you have the power to protect Robin. The green pheasant did have a certain degree of selfishness in taking on this mission. Speaking of which, he still has a certain connection with Nicole Robin. Then he arranged the warship, and he lay on the warship leisurely reading the newspaper, and arranged the warship to go to Gaia Island to intercept Lin Tian. Lin Tian finally reached the empty island area, because the record pointer had already pointed to the sky. The weather here is messy. Nuoqigao felt the change in the weather and reminded. Yes. The ocean currents are also very strange. Octopus Xiaohachi also jumped into the water. As a murloc, he can certainly feel the changes in the ocean current. Guina looked at the record pointer pointing to the sky and asked, is the record pointer broken? How come it keeps pointing at the sky? It looks like we are on the Sky Island. The red-haired boy Freud also closed the book he had been reading and explained. The pointer points to the sky. It seems that the next place to store magnetism is an empty island. When Lin Tian saw this, he was also surprised by Freud's profound knowledge and explained. Freud is not wrong. Next, our goal is the Sky Island, which is in the sky. But let's go to Gaia Island first and add something. Supplies, whether it is food or fresh water medicine, are already in short supply. Don't worry. Ikarim had already given me Gaia's pointer when Alabastan sent it. Lin Tian took out another pointer from his pocket as he said. Well done. Xiao Ba also praised Lin Tian when he saw it. Gaia Island. What kind of island town is it? Will it sell clothes again? Nuoqigao was also delighted. After all, I left Alabastan and sailed for a while. Of course there is. After you arrive in Gaia, you can use the previous combination method to replenish the supplies. I have a place I want to go. Lin Tian ordered. No problem, everyone responded. Thanks to Lin Tian's ability to control the fruit, the ships. Gravity. So Lin Tian's strongest ship was driving at an extreme speed in the sea, but in a while, Lin Tian and his party had already seen Gaia Island, and the port was the town of Gaia, Magic Valley Town. Okay. Log in. Lin Tian docked the strongest ship, and then separated from everyone. Lin Tian entered the tavern with great interest. The decor of the tavern is similar to that of the previous life, but more Western. Looking at the fierce pirate next to him, Lin Tian also ignored it. Give me a steak and a drink. Lin Tian threw out thousands of baili without blinking his eyelids. The waiter hurriedly signaled to Lin Tian to keep him low-key, but Lin Tian pretended not to see it. After the steak was eaten and the drink was finished, Lin Tian was stopped. Oh, you seem to be rich. A white-haired pirate stopped Lin Tian fiercely. Seeing the fighting power scum and 5 scum in front of him, he dared to provoke him. Lin Tian didn't say a word, and hit the man's stomach with a punch. The man directly knelt to the ground, lost any offensive ability, and couldn't even speak. This man's punch almost killed me. That. The white-haired pirate fainted with bitter gall. The pirates around were also interested in seeing this. Wow, ha ha ha. It seems that this pirate kid has another set. I just don't know which one is better than Bellamy. Then you need to say, it must be Bellamy. Bellamy is a pirate who was selected 50 million. Why did his bounty of 50 million rise again? Is it because of the last incident? Did you say that the incident in which Bellamy killed the famous Captain John in the West Sea? The pirates around each chatted about their own affairs, but they did not forget to provoke the separation during the chat. Finally, a yellow-haired forehead has a stitched blue dress. The pirate in the blue cloak walked towards Lin Tian. Lin Tian knew that the person in front of him was Bellamy, known as the hyena. It seems that it's time to collect the fruit to wake up. Lin Tian saw that Bellamy's visitor was not good, and he didn't give him a chance to be arrogant and resist. He grabbed Bellamy's cheek directly and threw it towards the bar. Lin Tian pressed Bellamy to death. Bellamy was extremely painful, and he kept insulting Lin Tian in his heart. Seeing Bellamy's hatred look, Lin Tian also became interested, grabbed Bellamy's neck and threw him out of the store. Bellamy was thrown out of the window by Lin Tian like a ball. Bellamy was ashamed and unbearable. He fell outside without caring about his injuries. He immediately stood up and looked at Lin Tian and cursed, "You bastard." Immediately urged his spring fruit ability with all his strength. Spring jump people. Bellamy also knew Lin Tian's strength. He believed that with his strength of 50 million yuan, plus a full blow, he would be confident to defeat Lin Tian. But is it possible? Lin Tian, even the Navy headquarters, had to send a pirate to encircle and suppress in the future, a mere 50 million Bailey's full blow, but Bellamy's full blow has already begun, and he has unlimited power through his spring power. In the end, even the whole person is almost disappearing. Then a fierce rush came like Lin Tian. This guy has to die. Bellamy seemed to have seen his victory. However, Lin Tian gently raised his hand and grabbed Bellamy's throat again. "You really disappoint me." Lin Tian looked at Bellamy, who was horrified, and then threw him to the ground.